It's as good or better than WrestleMania. WWE Super Showdown.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Wrestling Ring. We're doing a live watch-along of Super Showdown.
Well, it's not live. We are live watching.
We are live. It's not live. That's right.
Because this shit happened a while ago.
Yeah, but we wanted to wait and redo it, or do it, because we thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, because we know pretty much the results. We know it's poo-poo. And we can't wait to rip it apart. Our WrestleMania watch-along was one of our better episodes, I think, right?
They got the most listens out of anything we've done, so...
So this should be fun, because it's already kind of going into it, knowing it, so we can really,
This is horrible.
This is horrible.
Welcome to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, home of, beheadings and women not being able to drive.
Did you know Jeddah is also a planet or a city in Star Wars?
It is.
Because of the Rogue One movies. every time they go to Jeddah, I'm like, well, that's going to get destroyed by the Death Star.
Oh, Triple H and Randy Orton. We haven't seen that hundreds of times before.
Yeah, but not in the last 5 decades. Yeah, I'm not... Ziggler, huh? Well, I'm not caught up, by the way.
Neither am I, so...
Even though this pay-per-view happened a while ago, I am still not up to date on it at all. So Ziggler, I was shocked. That's shocking.
I just think they don't want him going anywhere either.
Why?
You're not
going to do anything with him.
I know, but they just keep signing people so nobody else can have them. They've got this whole thing on NXT now where these, rising stars, they're doing a tournament with all these, the guy that was Killshot and Lucha Underground, and Zema Ion from Impact is there.
What?
Yeah.
Can we talk about wrestling? This is one of those special podcast episodes. It's not really the normal. We're just kind of going to bullshit, but I'm going to Boston Comic-Con August 16th through 19th, and I noticed the lineup for the Northeast Wrestling show that you're going to.
Yeah, Dean Ambrose is going to be there.
Other than that, there's, Dustin Rhodes.
Yeah. Should be really cool.
El Parca.
Yeah.
I saw was
I'm
on
going to be spending a lot of money.
Who else is going to be there? Everyone's favorite legend that drop kicks, Jerry the King fucking Lawler.
Who will do any independent show that he can.
Speaking of doing any show that he can, Goldberg and the Undertaker.
Who nobody wanted to see ever.
Not even when they were in their prime did I think, wow, let me see Goldberg and Undertaker, because those two should just...
And I love Undertaker, but goddamn, you should have retired years ago. You really should have. Lars Sullivan, who nobody cares about either.
Why does the WWE look like shit?
Because it is.
Well, I mean, it's...
who wants to see Baron Corbin? That.
I thought you were going to say Bobby Lashley, and I was about to get mad.
I enjoy
My
Bobby
man!
Lashley. I actually do enjoy Bobby Lashley.
I love Bobby.
Especially since he was really cool to us at the CTWE show the one time.
That was the only time.
The
Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia that nobody ever asked for this fucking deal.
Except for the Saudi Arabians.
Isn't it horrible that a bullshit show like this is making more than Mania?
Yeah.
What's the point?
And these stars are just coming out for a paycheck, and it's really...
Right, did you see that fucking, pardon my political correctness and offensiveness with that cancer patient Shawn Michaels? Jesus. Come on, you come out of retirement after 8 years for that?
Yeah. Speaking of cancer patient thing, the whole Roman Reigns leukemia shit, I've seen previews for the movie Hobbs and Shawn Hobbs, and Roman Reigns is in it. If that whole leukemia shit was an excuse for him to fucking go film that movie, that's some bullshit. Because it kind of does go around the time that he was out, that they were filming that.
He was out, and he looked fine.
Yeah, that seems to be some kind of bullshit, if that's the case, that you're using that as an excuse.
To put him over finally.
And then it's kind of like, Cena getting stabbed in the kidney to go film The Marine, you know what I mean?
Never heard that.
Yeah. That was the whole storyline with him and Carlito, was that Jesus stabbed him in the kidney.
That's
or
kind of
Jesus,
cool.
as we like to call him.
Seth Rollins rocking a Quantum Realm-esque Endgames suit.
Yeah, he's always been kind of up on that stuff with his outfits. Yeah, I like that.
I do too. Speaking of Endgames, dude, I gotta show you this. I'm choking on Skittles.
That's how interesting this show is so far, with Seth Rollins walking.
He doesn't even give a fuck. He's letting me die. I tasted the goddamn rainbow and it was death.
And once again, the whole setup is just a ramp that lights up and a huge screen. That's pretty much it.
Who booked this Saudi Arabia? Endgame. Now, I've said this before, and I'll see if you remember. When I talked about, we're going to talk about Legos real quick. That's cool. When the Civil War sets came out, they came out with a set after the movie did, so they didn't spoil Spider-Man being in it. They had a set that came out with Spider-Man in the set. There's a new Endgame set coming out, and this is it. I'm very excited for this.
As Lesnar's wearing out Seth Rollins with a chair.
I saw him dancing. That's strange. I know it's not the best image, but you get the Hulk in the Quantum Realm suit with the red Infinity Gauntlet. You get Pepper Potts in her Iron Man suit, or Rescue, or whatever you want to call it. 2 more little Chitaris, and then just another fucking Black Widow.
That's really cool.
I was like, man, yeah.
Yep. Especially with Hulk with the Infinity Gauntlet on.
Well, yeah, the red one, because that's really sweet. And also the Hulk that comes in the Endgame set, the $100 one, that just looks stupid.
Yep.
He was in the suit most of the movie, so.
Seth Rollins has his rib tape because of the assault by Lesnar with the steel chair. I think it was because of the
dancing.
The dancing
busted a rib
open,
and just, oh my god, the dancing.
From laughing at it.
Why is he wrestling Baron Corbin?
Because apparently Baron Corbin is a main eventer now.
I am irate.
Can you hear the anger?
He doesn't even wrestle in gear still?
He's got to be sucking somebody's dick to keep his job. I'm
That's
just saying.
disgusting.
Well, probably true.
That's disgusting. We don't talk like that here on the Wrestling Comic Podcast.
We don't? Who the fuck told you that?
My mother, she said, Jonathan, you stop your cocksucking.
Whoa.
I thought that's Baron. Good Lord.
Whoa.
I'm not understanding.
That's probably the most interesting part of this pay-per-view that'll happen.
Yeah, I'll choke on Skittles again. Look at that shot. The ramp is lit up like an LED. The Saudis don't even know what's going on.
Oh my god, there's a woman commentating in Saudi Arabia. Holy shit.
She's gonna die. She's dead. And we're not talking about Michael Cole either.
Although we could be.
Also here tonight are Arab, fucking towel and towelly.
Always bring a towel.
Guys want to get hot. Look at that guy at the end with the glasses. He's like, I am here for the bologna sandwich.
Whose first name is Sultan? Like, what the... I've never seen a man with his first name being Sultan.
I am Sultan of Arabia. All of their children's names are Aladdin, even the daughters.
Well, they actually don't have people sitting in the front row that don't give a shit this time. That's amazing.
The princes are gone. Get rid of the princes. Really? This is for the belt?
Yeah.
What? Who booked this shit?
Because Baron Corbin is apparently a main eventer. I don't understand.
So it wasn't Ken Shamrock?
Well, yeah, but he was more legit than fucking Baron Corbin. I'm sorry.
That's my point.
They're still talking about him having once been the active general manager. That's just fucking stupid. Who booked this? They need to get rid of all their writers, every single one of them. I don't know how you can have any morale being in this company right now. I mean, yeah, you're getting good paychecks, but I don't get it.
Are you, though? Yeah, you probably are.
Just for merchandise alone, you're probably getting a damn good paycheck.
Not if you're Baron Corbin. I haven't seen a jockstrap sell in months. Because, he just stinks.
He does. He does stink, that's for sure. He's not good on the mic. He's not good in the ring. Like, a guy like Seth Rollins could be making so much money just on the indies right now. Just at his autograph table.
Uh-huh.
Like, Moxley has got to be making a killing just doing meet and greets.
Then he's a goddamn murderer. That's murder. Did you see that little chubby little fucking girl?
John
Moxley showed up.
We are not excited about this show. We are just doing it because we thought it would be fun to do.
And I hate my life, and I figured, why die quick when you can die slow?
It's like Chinese water torture.
I don't know what that is.
It's very bad.
Is that porn?
No.
I'll Google it. I watched an episode of South Park the other day of the Brazilian fart fetish. Nothing? No?
I haven't watched South Park in a long time. Actually.
I have every season over there except for 15 and 22. I like it.
And they even did a wrestling episode, which was really fun. This ain't our wrestling.
Which really made fun of the WWE because nobody gave a shit about the wrestling because there wasn't any.
Yep.
It was the storyline that got my pregnant.
Baron Corbin interests me none. I don't care. He wouldn't even be a mid-card guy in the Attitude Era. Like he'd be a curtain jerker forever.
Yeah, you think so?
I think so.
You don't think he could have been with the Ministry?
Nah.
Even when he had hair?
I think he'd just be straight up hardcore title, winning 15 times and that's it.
That's a fucking slap in the face to like Richards and
no, they were good. They were actually good.
You can't do that. You can't do that. Oh, if you win the WWE Championship, you're good.
He would have been Funaki Attitude Era level. Or is that insulting to Funaki?
I'd have said more like Midian.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see
Midian didn't do a goddamn thing other than fucking bust a nut inside the ring for no reason.
And be naked with William Regal, or kind of naked with a fanny pack on, but...
So, I mean, there you go. He could have been Midian's tag team partner.
Baron Midian.
Jesus, why?
I was thinking, too, about the announced teams. I like Corey Graves, but him being on every show makes every show sound the same. Not that the announced teams don't anyways, but if you're going to differentiate it at all, you really shouldn't have the same guy on both shows.
Then you shouldn't have like a super show, and
yeah,
you need to keep it split.
This wild card shit where people can go on both shows. What was the point of breaking them up to begin with? Mm-hmm. And having two champions makes no sense if both of them can be on Raw and both of them can be on SmackDown. Go back to the undisputed champion that goes to both shows.
I say call it what it is and just say it. It's fucking fake.
That's blasphemy.
You gotta believe it's fake. Look at this stupid fucking match. I love wrestling, but the suspension of disbelief is out the goddamn window when you have this curtain jerker, as one would say, in a goddamn suit outfit wrestling a Quantum Realm wrestler hero, man. It's bullshit. You got guys sitting over there in their fucking mother sheets and fucking picnic blankets on their heads.
Wearing a moo-moo and...
Yeah, wearing a picnic basket on their head. Iron Sheik is even like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Iron Sheik is there calling people intelligent Jew businessman. That's what's happening right now.
Holy kikes. I mean,
that's one of my favorite promos of all time when Iron Sheik called Mean Gene an intelligent Jew businessman.
Holy balls. Look at this stupid bear hug. What are you squeezing him with, your face?
I never understood the bear hug when guys could just turn and like move in a bear hug. Like, you're not putting any pressure if the guy can move and turn. Like, that's just fucking stupid.
Like, that is nothing.
Yep.
You got him by the hip.
That's like Cena with the STF. Like, he wasn't putting any pressure whatsoever. At least Benoit.
My head can't get out.
At least Benoit made it look real.
You can't say his name.
Oh, I can't. I'm sorry.
You have to say...
Is this sponsored by WWE now, so we can't mention murderers?
You can't.
Well, then we can't mention Jimmy Snuka either.
Don't say him. Don't say anybody else that killed people.
Well, Well, Baron Corbin's killing the wrestling business.
Vince McMahon is.
Yeah. And you know what? Velveteen Dream put out like a tweet praising Vince McMahon and saying that, Vince McMahon isn't the cause of everything. But if everything has to go through Vince McMahon, then yes, it is. And stop trying to butter up Vince McMahon to get called up to the main roster, Velveteen, Because they're not going to know what to do with you either. Mm-hmm. They're going to water down your character, and you're going to be on the Firefly Funhouse with Bray Wyatt.
I don't even know what the hell that is still yet.
I like it. I think it's interesting because he's just off the wall with it, and it's.
But what is he doing wrestling-wise?
He's not yet. That's the thing, is they're just having him do the Funhouse right now.
So what the fuck is it? How's that going to translate? Who is he going to feud with to be like, what is that? What is that built towards?
That's the only thing is once he starts wrestling, what the fuck are you going to do?
You have to get like a fucking, I don't know, Cowboy Troy in there or something.
I mean, it's interesting that he's doing something different, and hopefully it's something that he's created,
But my thing is, if it doesn't translate into the wrestling product, why not just have it be a special?
Yeah.
On the network. A weekly, welcome to Bray Wyatt's sex shop, or whatever it's called. And his mask, I don't think I've seen anybody say it, the mask that looked like it's pulled back and shit, that's totally based off the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
That's totally based off that mask like I have hanging up in my thing. This match is a goddamn slobber knocker. Whoa, Baron Corbin with a huge run. Seth Rollins with a boot to the face. He's gonna
go always happens when they run into the corner.
Whoa, and he follows through and he misses, and he goes with a clothesline and he misses, and he goes and he ducks and he gets him with a slingshot or whatever he calls it, and he hurts his ribs.
Which Finn Balor will do in his match later on.
Who's he wrestling?
Fuck, I don't even remember. Attention. Maybe Andrade, maybe?
Andrade Cien Almas!
Who's in a group now, I believe, with EC3 and Cesaro.
That sounds like a hot turd waiting to fucking get stepped in.
But like I said, I'm not caught up on it, so I could have the members of that group wrong. But I do know there's a group with Cesaro and EC3 in it, but I can't. I think Andrade is the third member. But Seth Rollins doing his usual dive to the outside. And Baron Corbin not selling it at all because he sucks.
This shit sucks.
At least Rollins is selling the rib injury, which is actually pretty cool.
It's not cool. That's just what you do. I'm not going to applaud him for doing his fucking job.
Baron Corbin was going for a chokeslam off the top rope, but
oh my God!
Rollins with a roll up,
1 and a 2, 3, and he wins. Seth Rollins wins the ICWGP fucking title. I made that up.
Did you?
Because was it interesting?
It sounds real. It sounds real.
Was it interesting? Did it get you like, what is he going on? Yeah, I'm a deterrent from this.
I mean, it could be. I mean, they just created the 24/7 belt, so
dude, that's a comedy
belt. Something for Killings and Drake Maverick to do.
I'm so glad that Mick Foley presented that sellout piece of shit from fucking Long Island.
He's one that'll do anything for money, too.
Oh, I want your dick sucked, man! Oh,
you got it in my eye. Oh,
that's sorry. Terry. Come on. Terry's alright.
I like Terry. Terry's great. I like Mick, too. Just, he's kind of doing anything for money, too, so.
I'd fuck his daughter.
Well, who wouldn't? I mean, you'd have to be gay to not.
Baron Corbin! Oh my God, I almost got away with that guy!
And you can hear Michael Cole maybe a little bit doing his over-the-top bullshit for every move.
This is just... So this week in TNA Wrestling...
Sami Callihan attacked Tessa Blanchard, I'm sure.
Is that his thing? He beats on women?
Oh yeah, they have a feud going right now.
What channel's that on?
It's not.
I'm just saying compared to this shit.
But I guess they might be going to Access TV with the same channel that New Japan is on, so that might actually get them some more viewers. I can't believe that they're still around. I mean, they've got a good roster, but if you don't have a channel that everybody has, like I don't understand how you're still in business.
Well, look at WWE. They got a lot of fucking viewers, but they're garbage. And
that's true. And they're not getting ratings, which I guess doesn't really matter anymore, but... I mean, I'm watching. I'm not even really watching it, but it's pretty much out of habit now. Ace is having trouble getting his Skittles out of a plastic bag. That's how interesting this is. I'm paying attention to his Skittles activity.
Hey, Skittles in my bag. I'm going to see Spider-Man tomorrow, and I'm going to spoil it. Wouldn't it be funny if you just see him like, get the fuck out of my face? Baron Corbin going to go with his lone wolf move, whatever. I don't know what his finisher's called, but Seth Rollins. Oh,
he reversed it, and Baron Corbin doing his slide outside the ring again. A back elbow by Seth Rollins, and then he falls to the ground like he died.
Corbin gets a fucking elbow to the face, but has the wherewithal to go get a chair.
Kayfabe is dead, folks. Kayfabe is dead.
I stepped on a bug last night at work.
I've still got to go to work tonight after this bullshit.
I burned my work to the ground.
I'll probably fall asleep at work because of this shit.
I'll go to your work with air horns and just run through the aisles.
Probably be more interesting than what happens there on a daily basis.
Would they kick me out?
Probably not.
Really? That's fucked up. I would have been. Get the fuck out, you autistic shit stain.
Oh! He wins with a roll-up on Baron Corbin. What the fuck?
We'll call it a roll-up. No?
I mean, we could.
Call it a roll-up.
A roll-up.
They name everything
a fruit roll-up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brought us to the peak of our podcast.
There's actually merchandise in the crowd this time. Before, like, there was only, like, little kids with shirts on and shit. People making it look like they care.
I'm gonna say it. If I was me and I was there, I'd be terrified someone had dynamite on them.
Oh, Baron Corbin with an end of days attack after the bell. Is this a setup for Lesnar to come out with his Money in the Bank?
God. Baron Corbin is just a heel. He is a fucking heel.
That no one cares about.
I am going to get a tattoo of his face on the back of my foot.
Oh my God, Lesnar's here! For a paycheck in Saudi Arabia.
My client, Brock Lesnar.
And the new executive director of Monday Night Raw, Paul Heyman, walking out like a pig in shit, just all happy to be there.
Look at him, he is, too. Seth Rollins playing retarded.
Which is usually Baron Corbin's job.
Holy Heyman, hustle. You need to get on a treadmill,
He's
man.
looking like Danny DeVito as the Penguin.
Yeah, right? That did remind me of that, too, actually. Brock Lesnar, because if you're not built like a goddamn shit brick house, you might as well have a chair. I'm Paul Heyman, and I am a Jew, and I'll pick up a penny.
Would he be on an
Oh, Jesus Christ!
intelligent Jew businessman?
Was that supposed to... That wasn't supposed to happen. He was just...
Oh, yes it was, because it was an excuse for Rollins to give him a low blow.
Come on, his fat fucking belly got in the way. Oh, Jesus Christ. I need a matzo ball soup.
Cue CM Punk's music. Oh, no, wait, that won't happen.
David. He's going to Impact Wrestling.
And Rollins with a steel chair attack on the Beast, Brock Lesnar, who's been using the Money in the Bank briefcase as a boombox.
Let's bring Brutus the Barber Beefcake back to the WWE. Let him win the 20 Money in the Bank briefcase and let him call it the Beefcase.
With his no neck.
I'm a Hall of Fame and beefcaser.
And Lesnar holding on to the briefcase as if it's his child, his mannish-looking daughter.
Dude, that fucking thing.
I'm sorry if you're listening, but you're probably not, but you look like a
Come
female.
and get me, Lesnar. I will fuck you up.
You look like a very horrible female
Call
Brock
him out.
Lesnar.
Call Brock Lesnar out right now.
Fuck you, Lesnar.
Yes.
You won't come out because I have no money.
You won't come out because I have money but it's not televised and I can't.
And I doubt you even know what a podcast is.
Tide Pods, like what my son eats.
Oh, a curb stomp into the briefcase.
This show is electric dynamite Boogaloo Avenue 2. You know what I mean? It's just good. This is good TV. If you're paying for this, ooh, you're doing better than me.
If this was still an actual pay-per-view and people paid for this,
you don't have to pay.
That would be horrible.
They don't do pay-per-views anymore, though.
If they do, I don't know who the fuck's paying for it.
They should charge them $150.
Especially when people just change emails and just keep doing the free trials all the time.
You can't do that. That's not right. I have like 6.
Unlike me, I've actually paid for the network since it started.
Sucker! Oh shit.
Heyman falling into the ring, which was hilarious.
Jesus.
His facial expressions are just tremendous.
Yeah, they are good.
He's got like William Regal level facial expressions. Seth Rollins with the weakest chair shots. Speaking of chair shots, something that everybody's talking about, at the AEW event, Gavin Spears, who used to be Ty Dillinger, gave a chair shot to Cody Rhodes in the back of the head that looked like the Jeff Hardy, Mr. Anderson chair shot that laid him out. Yeah, people are bitching about it, that he went into business for himself and that he shouldn't have done it, and it busted Cody wide open.
It looked like it was malicious?
It looked bad. Like, it looked...
Yeah, but it can look bad, but it didn't look like it was intent to harm him.
That's what people are saying, that it looked like it was an intent to...
Because the one with Anderson and Hardy, it was just... He was out of reach of the chair shot, and he just tried to extend it too much and clipped him way too fucking high up onto it. I remember that.
A lot of people are saying it looked like he went into business for himself, and he was supposed to hit him in the back, and he went in the back of the head instead, so...
Well... Unless you fucking know, you don't know.
Right.
You fucking fans that sit at home on your computers and type away. I'll call you out, you pussies.
I'll never understand this either, why you have to do promos for your shows in a show that people are watching.
That they've already paid for?
Right, like... Especially the merchandise, like... The wrestlers are wearing their own fucking merchandise. Why do you need to do a promo video for the merchandise? Mm-hmm. And Stomping Grounds, that is a horrible name for a fucking pay-per-view.
Use a swastika for your logo there. Because stomping, it makes me think of like a... Fuck, it makes me think of literally curb stomping. It makes me think of American History X.
Yeah.
It's just that's... With the boot, it just makes me think that for some reason.
Stomping Grounds sounds like a WWE-themed fucking coffee house. Stomping Grounds.
I don't like what you just said. I don't agree with this shit.
I mean, Alexa Bliss's gimmick now is based around coffee, so it kind of fits.
Who's this?
Alexa Bliss. Like, she carries coffee to the ring now, and like if somebody like spills her coffee, she gets pissed. And
because she can't wrestle, so instead of just fucking throwing her away like trash, we have to utilize her.
She has been wrestling lately. But
that's garbage!
And she's like friends with Nikki Cross, but Nikki Cross it cost her a match, so Alexa Bliss is going to turn heel on her eventually, because that's the way it fucking goes. Mm-hmm. I've kept up with a little bit. I kind of see spoilers here and there, but I haven't watched it.
I don't see anything anymore.
It's nice to know Lesnar flew all the way to Saudi Arabia just to take some chair shots and gets a paycheck for it.
There's pictures of him on the internet of riding a camel.
I mean,
it's not true. My sources were inaccurate.
I could see a picture of him beating the shit out of a camel, because, from roid rage, but other than that, I mean...
I hate your humps!
With his, his Lesnar gloves on and beating the shit out of a camel. Putting it in the Kimura. One of its legs in a Kimura.
That'd be fucked. You know what I did? I had a purple balloon. And I made Thanos' face on it. And I hung it up over there.
That's more interesting than this show. Thanos.
My name is Renee Young, and I suck John Moxley's Ambrose.
Does it put her on the lunatic fringe?
It puts her on the goddamn crazy train for sure.
And Corey Graves is banging Carmella.
Corey Graves has become a corporate junkie. Andrade, because, all the Mexicans in this company are just fucking fabulous.
And of course, Zelina Vega's not with him because she likes to not wear lots of clothes.
What does that mean? Is that a thing?
On Instagram, she's always like, you know.
Thought they were like, no,
sexy
senorita, your tatas are hanging out too much.
Well, I mean, I'm surprised that Renee Young is even out there, but...
She lets her shit hang out?
Well, no, just because they don't like women doing shit over there, you know?
I don't like women doing shit over here.
I mean, I don't think I see a single woman in the fucking crowd.
You just gotta look hard, my friend.
I mean, they're certainly not going to be front row, because...
Apollo Crews, the last Ninja Turtle.
They should do a live-action Ninja Turtles movie with Apollo Crews playing every
turtle, even
every
Splinter.
turtle, even Toka.
And you should get Jackie Chan to be Shredder.
That would actually be funny, Jackie Chan and Shredder.
Awful, awful. Oh, I am Jackie Chan. I do crazy stunts in my Shredder suit.
Especially since Jackie Chan's Chinese and Shredder's Japanese.
Shredder's Chinese too, if you just put his eyes up or down, whatever one.
Wow. Wow.
Hey! Chinese dirty knees, I'm gonna eventually take my daughter to Disney. I don't know.
Oh, he's gonna do the demon.
Oh, Christ, because
the Saudi Arabians deserve the demon.
Can you imagine if Undertaker only did the Undertaker gimmick at pay-per-views and he was Mark Calloway or whatever at fucking just normal
He'd
shows?
go back to his WCW mean Mark Callis.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be stupid as shit?
What the fuck? We got a bunch of guys dressed up as the demon doing a fucking interpretive dance.
Finn Balor's intro is the reason why you don't have sex with other guys. This is the result. It actually looks like it's trying to take from Evil Dead.
That does have that kind of vibe to it, yeah. Why is it snowing?
Because when you're in Saudi Arabia, you think of snow.
If you're watching this along with us, I'm sorry that you're watching this. Because I'm sorry that we're watching this.
I don't want you to watch this. Don't watch this. Just listen to us watch this and don't watch this. Watch something else while listening to this. Kill a squirrel while listening to this. I don't give a shit what you do.
So it's snowing on Finn Balor for some reason in Saudi Arabia where it never fucking snows.
Because dreams come true, Dave.
This is fucking horrible. I kind of hate to call myself a wrestling fan watching this.
I hate calling myself a wrestling fan watching this, and I'm okay with that.
The demon character has no meaning anymore.
No. You should have turned Finn bad, constantly had him as a fucking whack job outsider, and team with Bray Wyatt.
And a
good guy like this doesn't make sense.
And these guys...
Where'd that come from?
They really need to start varying up their offense in their matches. Same criticism I've had of Randy Orton. It's you can predict the fucking moves they're gonna do. It's
cookie cutter.
Yeah, I mean, I've been watching some stuff from like the 90s and the 80s, and yes, they had their signature moves, but their matches look different every time. Mm-hmm. It's especially like the luchadors and shit. Like, yeah, they did their high spots, but you watch a Chris Jericho Rey Mysterio match, or one match that I was watching from 2005, Eddie Guerrero against Rey Mysterio. Those matches, they did a series of matches, and every one looked fucking different.
Right. No, I know what you mean.
It's because you know Balor's going to do a dive to the outside. You know he's going to do the sling blade. I don't know.
Everybody's too similar.
I think a lot of it is that they don't call the matches in the ring anymore. You know? I think because they figure out what they're going to do before they go out. They don't feel the crowd. They just do what they're going to do, and regardless of what the crowd's reacting to.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
Finn Balor, as the demon, you still don't look menacing. With your facial expressions, with anything, you don't... Especially when in all your other matches you're smiling and you know playing to the crowd, and I don't feel like
you have this split personality.
Yeah, if you were doing the same kind of stuff that Bray Wyatt does, you know, where you are menacing, like you
do fucking weird shit, but you wrestle the same way. Your mannerisms are different.
Yeah. And that sticking the tongue out thing has got to be a Vince McMahon idea.
Paint it green or something at least.
That's got to be like, oh yeah, you got to stick your tongue out. Yeah, pal, stick your tongue out and it'll make you look badass.
He's gonna puke. He's gonna puke. I don't know why that just is in my head.
Balor's kind of got a Venom paint job look on him with the tongue, and
he always seems to have that now. I noticed.
Well, because he can't do that stuff anymore like he used to in Japan, where they weren't really worried about the copyright issue with him doing that stuff. Because you know he wants to do that kind of paint, but he can't.
You should just paint a big old dick on him and say, fuck you.
See, look, he's sticking his fucking tongue out all the time now. It's fucking...
What do you want him to do, stick his dick out?
Well, I mean...
What? Don't say us.
I don't want him to.
Well, good. That's like saying every Mexican wears the same colors. Of course they do. They're all brown. Ha! Get it? That's funny, man. I don't care. I don't fucking care.
If you think we're politically correct, you haven't been listening to this podcast, so...
I have a shirt that says politically incorrect and damn proud of it. And it's a wrestling shirt.
He also has a political prisoner shirt, too, so...
Which is a wrestling shirt. I also have a shirt that says I love my testicles, which is a wrestling shirt. Don't be a fucking hypocrite, is what I'm saying, wrestling fans. Does Nick listen to these? Probably. Nick, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you when I see you next. Rage in the cage! We'll have you over at some point there, pal. We got the dog kennel all ready for you.
Oh my god.
What?
Are you gonna bring it in the house, or is he gonna be outside?
You're gonna yell through the window. We'll have a can on a string.
This pay-per-view is horrible. And it's only 2 matches in.
Yeah, but if you think about it, it makes it worse.
Oh, he's gonna do the 3 Amigos, because every fucking Mexican has to do the 3 Amigos.
Wow, and I'm racist because I fucking say they all have border tossers.
Oh, he didn't get to 3. Thank you, Finn Balor. Oh, yes, he did. Never mind.
Gracias, Andrade Cien.
And another guy that got his name shortened to just one name, because that's what they do.
The Saudis are looking at Andrade Cien Almas as, is he one of us? Is he one of us?
He does kind of have an Arab look. That's, you know, the dark skin and the black hair and the beard. And
imagine him with blonde. Imagine an Arabian with blonde hair.
That would be interesting.
That'd be kind of strange.
They'd probably get beheaded for it, but, you know.
Why? Not over there. Fuck over there. I'm talking about over here.
Oh, over here. Oh.
Because, I mean, obviously, over there, right, you'd be killed.
Yeah. Oh, some of Finn Balor's snow is still flying around the ring. That's nice. Kind of like when Gold Dust used to have the gold coming down.
Good!
Oh, a rear chin lock. Holy shit. They're doing wrestling moves instead of just high spots. That's amazing.
Did I mention I stepped on a bug last night at work?
Yeah, but it's still more interesting than this match.
Yeah, when I stepped on it, it made a crunch sound. All I wanted to do after that was have a bowl of cereal. All I wanted to do. So I came home and I had a bowl of frosted shredded mini wheats.
There you go.
Yeah, they were okay. They've been sitting there a while. I regretted it. Oh my god, and a missile dropkick from the Irish motherfucker known as Finn the Demon Balor. Does anybody care? Does anybody care anymore?
Some people have to care because they still get people to come to the shows, but...
Do you think that it's like a WCW thing where it's free? We'll pay you to come?
Oh, this is a paid show. The Saudi Arabians paid for this show.
No, I mean like...
Oh. The people in the crowd? It might be.
Fans all over the world.
Kind of like when North Korea did the one show where you knew that everybody in the fucking crowd had to be there, like it was, mandated.
We will shoot you if you don't.
Well, I mean, do you care? I mean, you're apparently going to a WWE show in Glens Falls.
I'm not going.
Oh, you're not going? No.
I gotta work.
Oh, that's right. You do have, yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, for them, that's one less person to watch their show.
I'm not even going, and it's in our hometown, so. I have, for the past few years, I've had no interest in going to WWE live events. Like it, I would much rather go to an indie show than a WWE event.
These are not brutal kicks.
I mean, this doesn't even feel like it deserves to be called an Intercontinental title match. That's how bad it is.
I forgot it was for the title.
I forgot that Balor was Intercontinental Champion, to be honest.
I'll be totally honest, I forgot this was even on the TV screen right now. I thought it was a Super Mario Brothers movie, in the part when they're in the club, and he's trying to get the necklace out of the black chick's cleavage. I thought that's what was going on.
And even that's more interesting.
I zoned out. I was in the Mushroom Kingdom.
I'm kind of glad I'm not hearing much of the commentary because even that would not make this interesting.
The Comic Wrestling Podcast is all elite.
Yeah.
Can we say that?
Yeah.
I see everybody else fucking ripping it off too, right?
I'm definitely enjoying All Elite Wrestling a lot more than this.
Let's take the All Elite logo like everybody else has been doing and put the Comic Wrestling Podcast image there, or put you and me in the image.
Yeah.
And say, your name, or have one for you and one for me and post them on our page.
Okay.
That'd be kind of sweet.
I'm sure I can do that. Just for shits and giggles.
Right? Why not? We can have different, like you and I in a different pose or something, and then just say, like, Deadly Dave is all elite. That'd be kind of sweet.
Oh, a handspring Pele. That's actually... I've never seen him do that before. That's actually pretty cool.
My Chihuahua does that.
That's another thing I never understood. During commentary and shit, keep mentioning that it's Super Showdown. If people are already watching it, why the fuck do you need to keep talking about what event it is?
I have a good answer for that, and it's somewhere in a fortune cookie at 9 Dragons. I have no idea. Wrestling to me it's all a contradiction in its own. Because, like, you'll have one person say one thing, you'll see one thing here, and it be, we can't. It's just, I see so many different things. Like Jim Cornette, for instance, we always talk about him. He wants old school wrestling, but yeah, it's like, what does that even mean? Are you talking like just chain wrestling and shit like that? Is that what he means by old school wrestling?
I don't know. I mean, he hates Kenny Omega for some fucking reason.
Kenny Omega to me is a little much.
To be honest, I like his matches.
Yes.
But I do not get the hype on him.
No, I don't.
I don't like his personality. I don't like his promos. He seems so aloof. It doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. Like, I get the appeal of the Young Bucks. They're entertaining, and I get the super kicks and shit. But I don't get Kenny Omega, so I understand his. But Jim Cornette hates everything that isn't old school. Like, he hates everything. Like, it just doesn't.
But what does that mean? Because going forward, what would old school be considered in WWE right now?
The Revival. That's the only thing he talks about that he likes in WWE is the Revival.
Okay.
Which is old school tag team, But I think he would like it. I don't understand why he wouldn't like Heavy Machinery. To me, they're a Bushwhackers style.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, goofy, tag team, but still that's has good matches, you know?
I guess I have a hard time. The only things that I look differently at, like, old school wrestling that's different now is these guys. These guys would have never been considered wrestlers.
No.
That's the only old school difference. Like, someone like Bobby Lashley, to me, is 90s.
Yep.
He's very 90s.
Well, he would be 80s. He'd be the kind of heel that they would feed to Hogan.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, he would be that
Zeus.
badass. Yeah. Yep.
So, I guess that's what I have a hard time of, like, what the fuck is his version of old school?
Right.
Because Lars Sullivan, to me, is very old school warrior, or not warrior, but, like, barbarian, warlord.
Yeah.
Just, he doesn't have that gimmick. That's the only difference. He could have been Shrek in 1995, you know, as a wrestler gimmick in WCW.
Yep. And I mean, they've booked him pretty much like they would in the 80s. They fed him just, you know, enhancement guys, and now he's being fed the Lucha House Party, but eventually he's going to lose to somebody that it makes no sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I mean, granted, there are things that I didn't like about All Elite, like the legless guy. Like, no offense to, I mean, a legless man in a battle royal makes no fucking sense to me. Like, it just...
There were a lot of gimmicks.
Yeah, and I get All Elite is trying to play to a lot of the indie fans and a lot, you know, but you're going on national TV, and that's one of the things that I agree with Jim Cornette on. You're going on TNT, on national TV. You have one of the greatest announcers of all time, Jim Ross, as your announcer. You're going to have to change a lot of the shit that you're doing. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, if you're going to have that guy on national TV, you're going to turn off a lot of fucking people to your broadcast. You know, having the legless guy on your you know, I mean, people are going to tune into your first episode like, what the fuck are you doing?
Watching? Is this the shit that was on MTV?
Yeah, Finn Balor gets the win, by the way, as if anybody
if you were
cares.
keeping count, no, the guy that I couldn't stand in the broadcasting was the guy sitting to the right of Ross, or the left of him.
Oh, the Alex Marvez or whatever?
Yeah. Just, I never heard of him.
He has no clue what's going on.
No, he doesn't.
He's like Mike Adamle without the CTE.
The only shit he is waiting for, and you can tell, is when he's got to do the advertisement plug.
Yeah.
Because he started rambling on something, and I saw Ross doing this.
Yeah, tapping him. Yeah.
Right, like, come on, get over it. Get me on the next thing.
I think all three of them, if that's the team that they wanted to go with, they should have done, you know, backstage at an indie show or something to just sit and do a broadcast together so they could get, because the first show, Double or Nothing, they had no chemistry. That was their first time being together as a broadcast team, and it showed. That was the first broadcast that Marvez ever did, and it really showed. You know, Excalibur's done PWG for years, so he knew what he was doing, but you could even tell that that's the first time that him and Ross ever interacted together, right? You know, commentary-wise, you know, so... And JR he was confused as fuck. Like, I feel bad. He just didn't know what was going on. Like, they weren't giving him cues backstage or something, you know?
They should have had somebody from, like, the inside of AEW as a broadcaster. Somebody that knew the layout of the card.
Yeah. That
knew really what was going to happen. That could let JR carry it by just giving him little bits.
Yeah.
To feed off of, and then let it build from there. Let JR get the comfortability of knowing the layout and calling their style and shit. But I think they should have had, like, maybe Tony Schiavone in there as, like, an announcer.
Yeah.
With JR. Like, so, because I just felt like, as different as it was, it just, there wasn't enough oomph.
Yeah.
To it.
And JR was trying to give excitement to it, and it really wasn't translating. I think JR needs a good color man to help bring that excitement out of him. JR trying to do it by himself just doesn't work for me, you know what I mean? Like, back in the 90s it did, but it just now, it doesn't, you know what I mean?
Because wrestling is so much quicker now.
And then, Jim Cornette was bitching about Allie being, you know, like, Allie didn't know what was going on and shit. I'm like, well, she doesn't have a storyline. There's no they're not doing their show yet, so it's not like she has something that she can fucking talk about.
Right.
I mean, yeah, she can comment on the match that's going on, but really, what can she fucking add as far as her character? You know what I mean? Like, and she plays the ditzy blonde anyways, so what the fuck do you want? He was looking for shit to rip apart. Like, he did not go into that objectively at all.
Yeah, and when I was watching the the fucking tag team tournament there.
Oh, the NWA one?
He's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I mean, I like him as a wrestling personality, but you can really tell he wants to be in the spotlight still, and he just isn't.
You can listen to his podcast, and you know, he, like, if his opinion isn't the one that, you know, you're listening to, well, then fuck you.
Well, then, Bob, you're listening to the wrong one!
Yep. Jericho's kind of gotten... I get that he's a cocky... But if you listen to him, if you're not talking about him, he ain't fucking listening. You know what I mean? Like, he's got that...
I have that kind of personality, too, and I often think of it... No, I do. I often think of, like... In the show It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, there's a moment where Dennis says to the group... How does he say it? Hold on. I don't want to mess it up.
And Roman Reigns is on the screen while he's thinking, and nobody cares either.
If you have a picture and I'm not in it, I don't really care. So it's basically like if you're talking about something and I'm not really part of it, then fucking what are you telling me for? I'm a little bit like that, but not like a Jericho. Like, come on, man, drink me in.
Yeah.
And that you're gonna laugh, and because I know you're gonna like kind of agree. He is Chris Jericho right now. More successful, albeit that. He is a more successful version of Michael Hayes. Right?
Yeah.
He's over enough to where he's still running it, where Hayes is like, I ain't never gonna stop, baby.
Yep.
But you stopped a long time ago. You just ain't realized it yet.
Yep.
Where Jericho, like, he can go. Like, he can wrestle too. No matter how stupid he changes his gimmick up and his look up and his persona up, it works.
Yep.
Like, when he came out at Double or Nothing and he was running through all his different intros, I was like, that's cool. And then when he came to the Michael Hayes, like, looking like a dirty pimp from the South, I'm like, holy shit, man! Like, this guy looks like.
And the Japanese just fucking eat it up. Too.
I love it. No, I do.
Yep.
I love it. I'm guilty, man. I love it. I'll talk shit about it, but I love it.
And there was the time, you remember, where I just did not give a shit about Jericho. It was like,
you hated it.
He's coming back for no fucking reason, and then he started changing it drastically with the list and all that stuff, and he made it interesting. But before it was just, oh, he came back for a pop, you know, like.
I've always loved Jericho. Always.
And you know what? Elias was one that I never thought was going to get over. Because they're playing videos of him and shit. Yeah. I never thought that. And then they turned him babyface and then they turned him back heel again. And typical. It's like schizophrenic booking. You know? Mm-hmm. It is as if a mental patient was booking your show.
Yeah.
Just, you know, one personality's booking 1 week and then the next one's booking the next week.
Right.
And then now Shane McMahon's using the Revival to help him, and that's the most they've used the Revival for in months. And Shane's doing the spear and the Roman Reigns pose. I was happy when Shane came back, and now I just don't fucking care. And the screen looks cool like that. But then you don't do anything with it. It's not like in the Attitude Era where they had the action in the background and stuff. It's just it's there.
It's a still shot.
Yeah. And there's another thing, the throwing the money in the air.
Only to that area.
Yeah, and it just... And the Saudi Arabians are rich. What the fuck do they care? Oh, it's Shane McMahon money. The G-Zaz hasn't been done by JBL and, you know, countless other guys before him.
I had I had to sit down with us. I won't give any names, but a very wrestler.
Oh, okay. Getting another scoop.
This was straight into the source. I had to sit down with him. I won't say who it is, but I did say, I'll keep it short. I go, champ, what are your thoughts on the name Best in the World now being given to Shane McMahon? And this is all he said. And that was enough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was good. It's good. I don't know if you know who I was talking about, but
I can guess.
He didn't want to be given his name or his voice or anything he said.
Well, since they're in Saudi Arabia, would a pipe bomb be involved? Is that going too far?
That sounds awful. That might go too far. It was the Great Khali. I don't know why you said that.
He was the best in the world?
I never said that.
He's certainly not the best in the world at meet and greets.
All I called him was champ. And it's true, he was a champ.
He certainly was. Why, I don't know, but he was a champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, Drew McIntosh. Drew McTaven. Drew McTartar Sauce. Drew
McSzechuan.
Oh. I did it, Marty. I'm Drew McRickentire.
I would rather watch the Pickle Rick episode right now over and over than watch this show.
I don't want to watch that over and over. I was a little... How do I want to say it? Because I didn't... Season 3 was overhyped. Not overhyped. That's not the word. A little overplayed for me, I guess, at first.
Yeah.
Like, Pickle Rick episode was definitely like how Nick does it. It's like, it's funny. It's fine. It's not the best. I mean, a guy talks about eating shit sandwiches or something. I mean, but it's funny. It is. It's not personally my favorite one from that season. I don't know what my favorite episode was from that season. It's not my favorite. But season 3 altogether was a little overhyped for me. Which sucks, because I love that show. Because like when I first got into it, like nobody ever heard of it. So I was like, alright, like this is like my little secret. And then by season 3 it was like all over the world and I was like, I hate this show. That's not true, I love it.
I'm just happy that I can finally
It's funny.
watch it. So it's great, yeah.
It's funny. Is it a handicap match?
I don't know, but Roman Reigns is coming out.
Because to me, this is an unfair fight because he's got the cure of cancer. He's going to kill him.
It's going to film a movie. That's the cure for cancer.
Did you see that there is another Jumanji coming out?
Yeah.
Jumanji, the next level? I haven't seen the trailer for it.
Wow, Pyro.
Happy 4th of July. That's right. We're recording this.
It's 4th of July today. That's right.
My Skittles were red, white, and blue, so my poop will be too. That's how it works.
That's how it works?
That's how I teach my daughter. She has a little Play-Doh doggy that I put like different colored Play-Dohs in at once, and you literally put it in its neck and you push it out and it comes out its butt. So she thinks it's colored poop. I'm a good parent.
You are a good parent. That I will admit.
She the poop eater! We went to the circus, and up there in that bottom picture, they had a fucking, I think it was probably like a 2019 Camaro that literally transformed into Bumblebee.
That's cool.
That was wicked. Dude, it probably was like 30 feet tall. Like, literally, like, this is us crouched down right there, and then there it is standing up. There's the, like, engine and everything was right in here. Arms came out. I wish they had it lit up. I don't know why they didn't. It completely moved in like a 360. It was wicked sweet. Then the opening act, the guy did like tightrope or something like that, and it was not the entire, but like the first 2 tracks on the Iron Man 3 soundtrack.
That's cool.
I was like, that motherfucker, how do you get away with that? But it was the circus. That was fun.
This is just boring.
We'd like to thank all of our viewers and all of our supporters for viewing and supporting.
That's for sure. Because we love doing this. This is... Well, not this. Because this is bad, but...
I don't know what a Patreon is, but send me money. People get money for this stupid shit. Send us money.
Yeah, I'll take money.
I'll fucking take money. We'll take the money and we'll put it towards the show. We'll get streamers. We'll get glow sticks. Fuck, we'll even get gummy worms for us. We'll sign autographs. We'll kiss babies. We'll shake your grandmother down. We'll do whatever you guys want because that's what we do.
Well, I won't do whatever you want.
We are whores!
I won't do whatever you want. He might, but I won't do whatever you want.
Do something strange for a little change? I won't do that.
Oh, it's just Roman against Shane with Drew on the outside because, you know, oh, that's right, Shane owns part of the company apparently. But he really doesn't. Shane with his stupid-looking punches.
I think Shane is quite talented.
At what?
What do you mean? If I have to explain that, there's no point in it.
I mean, his punches make it look like you're not trying to hit him. More than anybody's punches ever.
It's wrestling. It's not fighting.
That's for sure. Like, he's not even putting any force into them. Like, Roman's look like he's trying to hit him. Shane's look like you're play fighting with your kid.
Dude, you don't get it.
Apparently I don't.
You don't get wrestling. You just don't. It's all about...
Is that what this is?
It's all about the illusion!
Well, then he's a shitty illusionist.
Yeah, Dave! It's all about being big and muscular, but not being big and strong. It's all about shaking hands like a lady. It's all about suplexing your dog!
Which is more interesting than what's on the screen right now.
I'm just kidding. I never suplexed you, but I DDT you. Fucking spiked him. I'm wearing a Grateful Dead style shirt with their Ewoks from our friends over at Toying Around. That's right, we gave you a shout out. Send me free Legos.
Want a discount, damn it.
You wanna give a shout out to somebody free?
How about Ken's Cards that we haven't been to in a long time?
Ken's Cards! Where you can... I don't know if it's even up in business anymore.
That's true. We haven't been to Connecticut in a long time.
If you're going to Connecticut, go to the pizza shop around the corner from Hostel. You'll like the...
That's some good fucking pizza.
I don't know. We never had the pizza. You had mozzarella. I don't fucking eat pizza. I had pizza earlier.
Yeah, chicken wings.
Chicken wing. Chicken.
See, look at that. Those punches look so fucking horrible.
What do you mean? That looked pretty awful.
It's true, it did.
You know who had pretty awful punches? Someone with no arms. That guy couldn't hit a fucking nothing. Shane McMahon going for the cover. It's only a 2, and he's looking exhausted after those very ginger those Greco-Roman punches. There he's go. Come a big
cross faces.
What would you rate those cross faces, Dave?
-4.
-4, ladies and gentlemen. Look at he was putting his head on the back of his head, and he's torquing on his neck. That'll give you spina bifida.
It might, yeah.
But the problem with this move, Dave, is if you look at Roman's gear, he is supported in the fucking spine.
That's true. He is supported in the spine.
What the fuck, man? This is attention to detail.
Which they don't apparently have.
If I didn't mention it before, I stepped on a bug last night at work, and I think I got fucked up because I got a bug bite on my elbow today. I think it come back and got me.
Karma.
You think that's what kind of bug it was? A karma bug? Bitch. Look at that trophy, because 6 months ago when that thing was relevant, it still wasn't cool. Shane McMahon, look at the torque on the neck to the leukemia survivor.
See, he's got his legs out as if he's going to put pressure on him, but he's leaning down on him instead of pulling back, which makes...
Because he's trying to break his neck, not cut off the circulation.
Oh.
This is a straight murder, and we don't care. We just think it's entertainment. Look at him. He's screaming for help.
Somebody call 911. Roman is screaming for help. He doesn't...
Why do we watch this?
His safe word is not working. Shane keeps going.
How is this legal? We're watching two men just beat each other, and no one is calling for help.
Little Nate is not doing anything to help.
Even Caesar's like, enough is enough. The gladiators didn't go through this. Look at Shane selling this. He's going to move. He's going to move. Whoop, moved right into the fucking boot. But
he blocked the boot with his face.
No time to slick his hair back, though. Nope. Look at Drew McIntyre, because if you're not in the match, you might as well wear your ring gear.
Oh, there's one thing I didn't say during the Baron Corbin match. Baby arm!
Baby arms! Oh, he cocked his arm. It's fully loaded, full of love juice. Oh!
What the fuck was that?
Right.
Oh, it was a chop block that was nowhere near his knee. Okay.
Goes for the second. Oh, he goes for a 2, and he gets a 2 at the Super Showdown. And if you're counting in Arabia, that's for 2.
That was another Skittle coming up.
That was a direct shot to the dick. Look at this. How are you like an MMA professor and you do this?
Yeah, apparently he trains in MMA, but he doesn't look like it at all.
One, Shane, if you're going to dress like you're in MMA, wear MMA style shoes.
Yeah.
Don't wear Air Jordans. I like them, but you're going to get those sneakers. You got a lot of money. What's a waste to you? There's the injured spine piece. Look at this. Look at the sheer strength. He is picking him up like a... Oh my God, sit down powerbomb. 1, 2. Shano kicks out at 2. Dave, what are your thoughts?
I have no thoughts. This
Jesus.
has sucked my brain out.
Oh my God, this is the alien from Starship Troopers at the end of the movie, the big brain sucker, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this fucking is. Saudi Arabia, the brain sucker of
I'm just waiting for Drew McIntyre to actually do something.
He has done enough in this match. He is the Scottish Terminator. Oh, Jinder Mahal outside trying to direct traffic.
Just telling him to sit the fuck down.
You know what's funny in that movie, The Phantom I'm watching? The bad guy's corporation is called the Singh Brotherhood. And I swear, it's got Jinder, it's got the Singh brothers in it.
Great Khali.
Great Khali is Mama Singh.
Oh, okay. Mama Singh.
His character is like the mother from the Goonies.
Oh,
That's a
right.
Great Khali. Yeah.
Such a nice mom!
Picture Sloth as Mama.
Oh, alright, I like it.
Ooh, huge spear! By Shane McMahon! 1, 2, 3! Oh, Jesus. Oh,
what a maneuver!
Oh, Allah. Shane McMahon. Look at what, ladies and gentlemen, watch his spear again. Oh my God, what a spear. He took him down. Edge is like, I couldn't do better. No one could, Edge. He is the best in the world. CM Punk is rolling over in his grave in 35 years when he's dead. Just nuts.
Oh, seeing a John Cena shirt in the crowd made me think of something.
Oh boy.
The guy we talked about, Nick, he shared something with me on Facebook.
Oh boy.
It is a video of somebody videoing John Cena in a supermarket, wanting to ask him a question, and Cena gets really pissed, saying, no, you can't ask me a question, you're being real disrespectful, and the guy just keeps video, and Cena was like, well, you started this video before you even asked me if you could, you're being, and I completely agree with that. You know what I mean? As much as I don't like Cena, yeah, that's being a dickhead. If you're videotaping the guy before you even start talking to him, that's being a complete asshole.
Right.
That, and I don't agree with Cena much, but that I do agree with.
I don't agree with Cena about anything. I don't no, there's a lot of things I do like that he does, but I don't like him.
But I can understand him being completely, I'm not going to talk to you, you're being completely disrespectful to me, that I do.
And the guy probably turned around and made it sound like he was being a dick.
Yeah. the guy's like, oh, I'm famous, I have my own, web thing, and he's like, I don't care who you are. Like, you're being disrespectful to me by videoing me without my...
Ooh, David, watch this hit. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, but we got there's something magical, a little magical happened here. Watch this punch. It might have just been the way I looked at it, but it looked like he Clubber Langed his ass. The big dog.
Who has a pit bull on his gear now. A kick by Shane. Oh, he does look. He looked like
that
he
looked like it got him, right?
Yeah. Oh, a claymore!
Like Shane stiffened right out.
Yeah, that looked like it clocked him right on the chin.
Oh my God! Shane McMahon with a 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre interfered. Dave, your thoughts?
I'm glad Drew McIntyre finally made this match relevant.
Relevancy hasn't been a thing since when did the Attitude Era go out? 01?
Yeah, 01, 02, yeah.
Shane McMahon wants to get fucked on the stage.
Oh my God.
Oh.
He's got Shane McMahon on his shoulders. What the fuck?
Now, did Drew McIntyre ever win the title in TNA?
Yes.
He did?
He was Impact Champion.
So why did he leave?
He did the Indies for a while, and then he went to NXT, and now he's fucking...
A bitch?
Yeah, a bitch to Shane McMahon.
Look, it's Goro.
This is just bad all around. Can we just have one good match, please? Just one.
The only good match you're going to have is not on this card tonight. Super Blowdown is this showdown.
Super Snoozefest.
Even fucking, did you see?
Charles Robinson took a good shot there.
Everybody died right in that hit. Look at that look.
That's like the Jim Cornette.
You
like,
think I'm the best in the world? Me? I'm the best.
I'm the best. Oh my God.
Let's watch these hits here. We're gonna put it in slow-mo.
Oh, it was an open strike, but he got him.
He definitely slapped him. Now look at Charles. He's like, egad! I'm gonna fucking, oh boy. Oh, crap! Shit! Fuck!
Oh!
Look at his nose!
Oh, shit. That's the best part of this show so far.
Oh, God, I'm so pissed! Oh, God! Oh, look at Shane. Does the camera see me? Am I on the mic?
Oh, I see the red light. We're good.
Super Slowdown.
Which is what it was before this show even started.
I wish I had a handful of rat poison to eat. That'd be more fun than
probably
watching this.
It'd be more exciting at the beginning, at least.
Shane McMahon is the best in the world. CM Punk, you are not. You kind of aren't. You suck at MMA.
That's for sure.
You can't say you're the best in... I mean, yes, you can say you're the best in the world because your athleticism, your desire, your heart got you to the top. But your real-world wrestling fighting abilities didn't. That's evident. 14 years in the wrestling business and you get to the top. 3-4 years in the MMA and you're calling matches now.
You're certainly best in the world at getting out when you needed to get out because you knew they weren't going anywhere. Yeah.
My name is Phil. Dude, that's the Avengers Tower.
That's fine. Yeah.
Do you think you can shit on almost every floor in that building? Or do you have to there's a bathroom up there? That would suck.
94 degrees in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. As if
the real feel is 100. What the hell does that mean? Oh, inside the arena?
I guess. I mean, Shane McMahon looked like he was about ready to pass out, so that kind of makes sense. But Goldberg.
Ladies and gentlemen,
has his own dressing room because he's a prima donna.
With his tattoo on it. Ladies and gentlemen, Goldberg and The Undertaker, the match we've all been waiting for, that we are now late for, is going to happen. Why? Byron Saxton, shut up! He's talking about being in Saudi Arabia with these gay little sideburns, smooth-ass baby chin, and super white teeth.
He doesn't have a 4-head. That man has a 5-head.
He has a full back head. The New Day.
Xavier Woods is looking for Paige.
And Kofi Kingston is... he was the videotaper.
He's going to ask the Saudi Arabians if they can build him a new chest, if they've got enough money to build him a new chest.
Wow. There are 3 black men on screen at once. That is history right there.
And one of them is actually the WWE champion.
Oh, is he? I forgot.
So I wanted to mention something that a friend of mine mentioned. She doesn't watch wrestling, and she turned it on, and she said, why does the black man have the same belt as the white man, but it's a different color, and they're both on the same show? I said, I don't fucking know either. It makes no sense to me.
So as an outsider, an insider, a no-sider, an upsider, you'll never, ever fucking know.
Yeah, and I was talking to her about it, and I was like, so you've never watched it before, and you're watching it for the first time, and you have those kind of questions. Are you going to tune in again? Fuck no, you're not, because you have no fucking clue what's going on.
What's going on? Everything is just shiny. That's all they're saying.
And then Jim Cornette was saying, going back to AEW, was saying, oh, well, you have Excalibur on there who's wearing a mask, and you have no idea why. Okay, well, if you're a first-time tuning into the Attitude Era and you see Jerry the King Lawler wearing a fucking crown dressed like a king, do you know why the fuck he's doing that either? No. There's no explanation for that either, so...
Especially, like, I guess because it's hard to not... Like, me tuning into AEW, I may not know who Excalibur is, right? But I may see the mask. I may not know... Why is this American wearing a luchador mask? What's his gimmick? Was he trained by somebody? Is that his tribute? Blah, blah, blah. But my first thought is, I know the mask. It's a wrestling gimmick. It's a wrestling thing. That's pretty much, but that's me also knowing wrestling. It's hard for me to be like, well...
But a lot of people that don't know wrestling know Lucha Libre masks because they've been in popular culture, you know what I mean? So
like this.
Yeah. Oh, the Lucha House Party. It's like the Mexicools all over again. They're carrying fucking piñatas.
But they're not riding wandiers.
That's true. Which probably will happen eventually.
I hope so, because we need JBL to come back and get fucking order.
And throw trash cans at midgets.
Oh, I love it.
But that always made me, you know, the outrage of certain things, and then... But there's always a second look at it, and he only gives the one look, and he doesn't allow people to give the other look at it, and that's, you know what I mean? Like, I get you want old school, but there's other, you know, ways of looking at it, and like I said, there's things about AEW that I didn't like, but I'm gonna give them a chance. I'm not gonna go into it.
But like with wrestling and everything that is put in the public eye, you have to change.
Yeah.
Constantly. You have to change constantly for this demographic, that demographic. You still have to remain to this idea. So if you stayed old school wrestling where you were nothing but pure white men, you're going to be turned off and canceled in a heartbeat. You now have to have an abundance of Mexicans, of blacks, gays, this or that. You have to have small people that I can relate to. Heavier set people that you could relate to. You have to have that.
And also, with the choices that people have for entertainment, you have to have that diversity for people to want to come to your product.
Exactly. You know? Like, you couldn't... You have to have people like the Riot Squad, that is that group where it's like, they're the outcasts. They wouldn't... You'd never see the... I mean, yeah, you saw the biker-esque, you know... 8-ball and skull or whatever the fuck. But that was when wrestling was getting edgier.
Yep.
But now, in the demographic wise and like people you want to bring in a new audience, like the Riot Squad speaks to like I don't want to say lesbian group, but that.
Well, now they've got Sonya Deville, who's an out lesbian too.
Right. So I mean, you
and they're kind of going towards the storyline with her and Mandy Rose. They're kind of alluding to it, but. And also, what was I forgot what I was thinking. the women, yes, you've got all these women that can really wrestle and they're putting on good matches, but you do kind of need the eye candy of like Maria Kanellis and Lana, and
you do.
You know what I mean? Like, so you do. You need all kinds, and like the crowd now. Yes, there are some fans that are going to want to see a Greg Valentine against the Ronnie Garvin kind of match,
right?
But you can't be doing an '80s style show all the time now. You just can't.
Your fans have an attention span like this.
Yep.
You can't do those 20-minute long drawn out Iron Man-esque matches. I'm sure Lars Sullivan could carry on one of those matches with, I don't know, now that I'm trying to think of like a wrestler he could actually wrestle. Someone from the Revival. I'm sure those guys could wrestle that old school fucking beat down. But you're going to throw more matches like this to the crowd because there's more excitement to be drawn from this. There's more, not advertisement, but you got more playability.
And the David versus Goliath storyline always works. The underdogs, you know.
But they always say the wrong underdog though.
Yeah.
Like Rey Mysterio is not an underdog after 20 fucking years.
Yep.
To me in this, Lars Sullivan is the underdog. It's 3 people. I don't give a shit how big these guys are. It's 3 people against 1. The odds are not in his favor. He is the underdog. But in the David versus Goliath theory, no, he's the David. Or he's the Goliath, I mean.
Yeah. And then another thing is the whole David versus Goliath thing. They build these guys up with enhancement matches, and then they throw 3 guys at them and shit. And then you have them lose in a throwaway match for no reason to somebody that doesn't warrant it. Yeah.
That's like, wow, you haven't won anything forever. Now you just give this guy a loss.
I could see Lars Sullivan losing to Bobby Lashley. That makes sense.
That hurts. Oh, I was going to say.
You know what I mean? That makes sense. But or Strowman or somebody like that. But like you said, Ziggler. Like it just
like a Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
And he was a former WWE champion. He beat him. Like,
and then you know it's not going to go anywhere. Like you know. And somebody posted on a website that Mahal just signed a 5-year contract. Okay, who the fuck cares?
Right.
Like,
there was somebody I saw that their contract was coming on.
And that's another thing is these guys have to be conscious of their contracts if they want to go anywhere, because WWE is going to make sure that their contracts roll over so they can't go anywhere else.
Like any job anywhere else, I don't care how pretty the picture is. They're going to tell you what you want to hear to keep you strung along.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Unless you have in your contract that you're going to get a push.
Right.
You can't really believe that you're actually going to get one.
Because Mahal, honestly, you're never going to be champion again.
Unless they're doing something huge with India, you're not.
Exactly. And this is your only shot right here to get notoriety is at these shows. Like, your real exposure. So you clearly are just on the WWE bandwagon because it's the name, not the product.
Yep. Like, I'm surprised they didn't bring a guy like Daivari in to do something with these shows. Just because, because he's Arab, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, unless you've got guaranteed stuff in your contract, you can't take anything at face value. Unless you're a guy like Orton, where you know that you're going to be factored into something somehow.
Right, let's just shoehorn him in.
Or, the New Day, where you're a merchandise mover, so you know they're going to factor you into stuff,
Right, even if you're not on WrestleMania, let's have you be the host.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm surprised they're doing anything with Lars Sullivan with all the backlash they're getting with his comments online and stuff, but I guess any publicity is good publicity, so.
Yeah, but it kind of came and gone.
Yeah. It seems to be the way things go in the news cycle now. It's something for a little bit and then nobody fucking cares anymore.
Oh, there you go, bud.
Yeah, just
spit right up on yourself.
That's one thing I always used to bother me as a fan, like them spinning in the ring, like Goldberg spinning on the ring canvas. Like, that's fucking disgusting.
Right,
like, I'm
snarling
sorry.
a big old fucking...
Like, I get that you're sweating on each other and shit, but rolling around in people's spit, that's just...
It's pretty gross.
Yeah, like, I just never understood how that...
You should... Because I do it everywhere if I spit, and it's just because I do it now so much. I'll spit, and then I'll take my shoe and... Not that I think it's cleaning it up, but it's not so much right there.
Yeah.
It's kind of... been a little bit smeared away to a degree. See? The underdog!
I know, it's a 3-on-1, goddammit. It's like Gulliver's Travels, a little...
I can't wait to go see Spider-Man.
I'm sure we'll do a spoiler version of the comic shop with Spider-Man.
I'm excited for it. This is what heels do. This isn't...
Yeah, I was actually thinking, I was watching some Hulk Hogan matches, and I was thinking, wow, he used to do a lot of stuff that a heel would do, and he was the ultimate babyface. Like, poke right guys in their eyes and shit. And, Or when the referee would count, he would get past 5, and Hogan would still be punching people and shit, I never noticed that as a kid, as a fan, you never really know, but then you start to think about it. Yeah.
You're told he's a good guy, so you just think what he's doing is okay.
And then he turns heel in the NWO, and Bobby Heenan said, I never liked that guy. And then you kind of
go back and you're like, yeah, he was kind of a douchebag, and everybody liked him, didn't they? Like, now to me, Lars should be the one getting applauded. Because he just got assaulted by 3 guys for no reason.
And these fans in Saudi Arabia, most of them do not care. Well, the ones with their phones out getting video do, but,
Do they? Look at me, I have picture on my phone of big wrestler.
That's another, I was thinking about that for live shows, where they say, you can't video this. You would have to confiscate every fucking phone in the goddamn arena.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have enough people to do that, like...
I'd be terrified most of them are bombs. I don't give a shit. I live in a world of fear. You know what I had someone say to me once? That the word terrorism was never an idea till 9/11. And normally I'm one to quick to have a response, but I let that one sit with me for a little while, right? Started thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I can't really recall a moment where we were like, that's an act of terrorism. Heard of people in movies saying, oh, that's a terrorist. This or that. I was watching, I think it was the first Die Hard, and he refers to Gruber as terrorism, or what they're doing as an act of terrorism. And I don't remember what the fuck even just made me get on this topic here.
The bombs.
The bombs, that's what it was. That's what it was. I remember going back to him and saying that. He's like, yeah, but it's different. I go, what do you mean? It's the same thing. He goes, yeah, but it's like terrorism now is like a foreign terrorist. I go, that Hans Gruber was German. That is a foreign terrorist. Like, he's not American. I mean, even if it was, that would be considered domestic terrorism.
Yep.
So, just little political talk for a second.
They're showing a promo video of the Triple H.
I watched this.
Chronicle, or was it 24 or was it Chronicle?
The 24.
Was it good?
It was alright.
Yeah. Ugh, Ronda Rousey. Ugh.
The Becky Lynch one was good.
Man.
It's weird though. I watched her, or no, I didn't watch that. I watched The Kingsman, and then I watched the Becky Lynch thing, and I cannot stop thinking that kid that plays Eggy in The Kingsman looks, if you put a red wig on him, he looks just like Becky. They have the same, like,
facial structure. Yeah.
That like tiny, like kind of thin nose, but just the same. I was like, oh, this is weird. Because of course I was beaten off.
Triple H and Randy Orton. This should be a barn burner.
The RKO versus the HHH.
I wonder if Triple H will have some kind of interesting entrance that makes no sense to his character whatsoever.
He should come out with a towel on his head.
See, now, this whole playing Evolution stuff, okay, that was a feud 14 years ago. It's no relevance now. Like, this is just because they wanted some stars to have a match. They haven't had an issue at all since 2009.
Even when they had their Evolution reunion.
Yeah. Nothing came of that either. Like, you thought that would have been something, you know? With Batista gone, you thought they maybe would have feuded.
This should have been Batista Triple H too.
Yeah.
And have Batista win this one. And then leave. Like, you beat me at Mania, I want another match. Saudi Arabia, where it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's a cool promo video, but it doesn't create interest to me. Then again, nothing they've done in a long time has created interest to me, so. And Randy Orton just sadistic. He hasn't been sadistic in years. He hasn't done the punt in years.
That's pretty fucked up.
The thing with Jeff Hardy was
sadistic. Fuck that. You ain't gonna do that to me. I'll kill you, Dad.
Oh, an Evan Bourne video. That's cool.
Most of his RKOs are lucky fucking shots.
Yeah, just catching people.
Love it. Love that. That was like my favorite Triple H time when he came back right then.
Yeah.
Broke Big Show's hand and feuded with Ric Flair and shit.
Yeah, that was a good one.
I really love that shit.
Like, how do you even call him the Viper anymore? He doesn't do the slithering movements like he used to, you know, as a snake and stuff. And that's the entrance I'm talking about, the Mad Max, but not Mad Max, you know, entrance.
That was an episode I liked. Did you watch that one yet in Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
The Mad Max? I like that
really
one a lot.
Yep.
I love Mad Max, but I just thought that one was really clever.
I think the whole show is clever. Just the way the whole basis of it, I think, is really good.
Just retarded that it takes so long to get the fucking. And they'll say it right in their commentaries and shit, like, oh, we just can't get the writers together all on the same time and stuff. That's why it takes so long to do it. It's like, get your shit together.
Yeah, I want to get the Blu-rays just for the I want to hear the commentaries on these episodes and stuff.
They started getting really lackluster towards like season 3. The commentaries.
I think it's because you get used to.
The first entire season, it's Justin and. Oh man, why can't I think of his name? Justin and Dan, the creators, every single episode doing the commentary with like 2 or 3 of the same writers popping in and out every now and then. Season 2, it's them most of the episodes, and then other people here and there. And then season 3, it's like maybe they're there a couple episodes doing commentary, and then it's just other people that it's like, I don't even know who you are.
Right.
But the cool thing is, though, a lot of the episodes have multiple commentaries. Like the Pickle Rick one, I think 2 of the writers of Game of Thrones and Peter Dinklage do the commentary for it. Isn't that random as shit?
But that's great.
Yeah. Then there's the one where it's, I don't remember the name of it, but where there's supposed to be 6 people in the room at any given time, but the parasite keeps making
a thing. The Mr. Poopy Butthole.
The one that they introduced him in.
Yep.
That one has commentary by, I think, one of the writers and Sheamus. So right then and there, I knew, I was like, oh my god, Sheamus is a fan of this like show. Like, to hear Sheamus be like, oh, I love Mr. Poopy Butthole, it's like, dude, you're on a whole nother level. That's why, you know, his old jackets used to have the patch of Pickle Rick on it, because it's like, he's a fan of that shit. Like, that's trippy. So, but I'm sure there's other commentaries with, like, random celebrities. But the Peter Dinklage one, I just was always like, when I was scrolling through, I was like, what? What?
He seems like the kind of guy that would be a fan of that show, though.
All three of them, the two writers and Peter Dinklage, they talk about how creative it is and how, like, the writing for it is, for it being so far-fetched and just so stupid, it's so, like, it makes you think, like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I know he's a pickle and all, but does he have a point? Like, is all this therapy shit stupid? And I love it. I really do. But some of it's kind of dumb.
And that's how interesting Randy Orton's entrance is. We launch into Rick and Morty.
Well, I can talk about that all the time.
He's been, to me, a guy that's just been there the past few years. Like Ziggler. They're just there.
Yep.
You know, like...
They're never going to move up. They're never going to fall down.
I think a lot of it, too, is he hasn't changed anything. Jericho changed things, you know.
Right, even Triple H has had literally an evolution.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything different at all. I don't know.
When I was a kid, I had one of my favorite Randy Orton toys was him and Undertaker from like 06. I don't know what it fucking was. They had a Hell in a Cell 05. And it was a Hell in a Cell ring, and I don't know, it just was like a perfect Randy Orton toy. It was the only time he was ever cool.
Oh, he's coming out in the three-wheeled motorcycle again.
Why? You put gas in it just to do that? Gonna raise up.
Just revving the engine. It fucked up the camera shot there, but... And, like, Undertaker was badass. He came barreling down the fucking thing. This is just somebody at Americade that had their bike trucked into the, the event. That's just,
Look at me,
tooling down the road a little bit, you know.
There's no reason on any given day that thing was even made.
Look at the fucking... So much padding on the fucking tape on his hands. That's crazy.
You gotta keep them hands safe so they can sign all them paychecks to the Undertaker.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thanks for fucking up! I can't wait to watch that terrible match.
It's gonna be horrible. And it's the main event! It's the main event! I wonder if, like, the Saudi Arabians said to them, who can you get? And they said, Goldberg. We'll get Goldberg. You know?
Retarded.
Like, not saying, we can bring you Hulk Hogan, to do an appearance or nothing. We're going to put a shitty match with Goldberg and The Undertaker. And you had to know it was going to be a bad match. Like, you just, on paper, like, really?
Mm-hmm.
Two 50-year-old guys, like...
Right.
You know?
They both only wrestle once a decade.
And both shouldn't.
Ever.
Yeah.
I'll say it right now. Goldberg and Undertaker should have never been wrestlers.
Fuck you. Undertaker shouldn't be a wrestler anymore.
I'll say it right now. Why is he wearing an NXT patch? Did you see that?
You don't know why?
No, I know, but like... if you're... I don't know. Like, you don't see Triple H... I mean, you do when there's a big to-do in NXT. But not like you see Triple H on NXT product being like, here I am! I'm watching, I'm here. It's weird. That's weird. It's just weird.
I guess, yeah. I mean, showing pride for the brand that
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. But
I hear what you're saying. I get what
character-wise, that's What does that have to do with you character-wise? Come out in your Triple H. Like, that's the Mad Max entrance. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with you? It's weird. But no, I don't understand why he has anything to do with NXT. What does that mean?
Nothing. He's got nothing to do with it. That's a Vince McMahon thing. NXT, just nothing but Vince McMahon.
I'm Vince McMahon, and I've got the biggest grapefruits! This show sucks.
It really does. And the crowd's chanting NXT.
But why? I guess I just have a hard time looking at, and I've had it for a while, looking at Triple H as like the corporate good guy, because that doesn't exist in wrestling. So like when he gets cheered and stuff, it's like, I get it, you're getting cheered because you're Triple H, but you're the boss now. You're the Vince McMahon of the company, essentially. So if he's doing something bad in WWE where he's getting heat, and then people start chanting NXT, it's like, no.
And also, social media has a lot to do with that.
It's ruined wrestling.
It's taken a lot. Yeah.
No, I don't understand how kayfabe is even a word.
You can't. You can't.
I don't. I know they like to use it, and I know it's just because it's to keep it wrestling still, but like when you're showing me Dolph Ziggler beat up Zack Ryder one week, and then in WWE Ride Along they're driving together singing karaoke, it's like, which one's the show?
Yep.
Which one am I supposed to look at as the fake product you're giving me? When they're beating each other up, is that the real? They're really enemies, or when they're singing together, you're showing that to me just because it's fun, or is that really them?
Well, that's like the Lana Rusev thing. Like, you were going with Lana and Ziggler, and then they got married. Like, it's all over social media.
And you had it all over your E-Diva show and shit.
Like, yeah, it's dumb. And, of course, the ride-along shit, that's the most scripted shit. Like, because those
Some of it looks funny, but it's only because of the people I would like to see. Like, I know you said the Edge and Christian shit gets old, but I'd like to see it because it's been so long since I've seen them like that. But yeah, I'd be over it quick, because it's like, all right, well, you guys need to get over
your sense of humor is good in small doses, but
right, and that's what made it good for WWE, where it's like everybody gets a 5-minute shot. Get out there, do that in 5 minutes, and now you're done. A half hour, an hour of it, it's a little played out.
Yeah,
I would be done with that.
And like the ride-along thing, if they didn't know the camera was there and they were just doing what they normally do, that might be different. But they know the fucking camera's there when they're doing it.
So they're over the top.
Yeah. Like, you're not going to do what you normally do if you know a camera's on you.
One of the ones I really wanted to see on their network was the WWE Camp. The cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon? I haven't watched any of that.
Because that's like my South Park kind of humor. It's like that. Oh, it's a cartoon. What did he just say? Yeah. And it looks like that, and I like that shit. They're changing up the guard with headlocks, and Randy Orton just got knocked down. Triple H looking around for the approval of the Saudis.
Oh, that's what the padding's there for, so he can wipe his nose on it.
Oh, that big schnauzer.
Yeah.
Oh, looking for the pedigree.
Pedigree.
Oh, looking for the
RKO? No, of course not.
Dave, you're getting too excited.
I know.
Randy Orton's smiling, and he's happy. He said he's going to suck something.
Whoa.
That's what he just licked.
That ain't how. Well, I mean, that might be how he keeps his
That's
keeps
why
his
he's
job.
the Viper. He's not a poison snake. He's a sucker snake.
He's like a trouser snake?
He is a trouser snake.
And like, they're trying to have an old school match, which is fine. Because I mean, neither of these guys can really do high spots anymore. But
what do you mean? I saw Triple H last week do a drop kick off the top rope onto Disco Inferno.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
It was at an indie show up there.
I could see Triple H doing an indie show with Disco Inferno. Why not?
Wow! Did you see that?
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the bottom of the screen, we're going to go back because it was a big-ass long message. We're going to give this guy a shout-out on our show. They do tweets all the time during their WWE shows. Normally there's like, what, 4 or 5 of them?
Yeah.
6 or 7 of them, maybe? Hashtag Super Showdown. We got one tweet at Duke Bryce, Triple H vs. RKO. Let's get it. Hashtag fuck this show. One tweet. One tweet. Wow.
And that so encourages people to send out tweets when you do just one.
That little bird must not have been getting far today.
I remember when they used to do that all the time. Like, every couple of matches, they were showing tweets and shit.
When the touting?
Yep. Oh, my God, the touts. Fuck, man. Whoever thought that was a good idea? 15-second fucking videos of wrestling fans saying shit about the show.
Eating dog parts and everything.
See, I like that this is... It's old school. He's breaking down a body part. But he's going for the arm that he doesn't do the RKO with. Like, he usually does the RKO with the right arm. Like,
he's the, sometimes not always cerebral assassin. You gotta, you know.
But, you know, whatever. And you got Mr. Jacked Mahal doing the security here.
Ladies and gentlemen. Thank you and good night.
And this actually is pretty old school, like just breaking down a body part and stuff. Breaking the 10 count and shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say it. Dave is a hypocrite. He went into this match hating it.
I didn't say I liked the match.
He went into it saying, Snoozefest, Booze Fest, you're all going to lose fest. And now here he is saying he likes...
I don't remember saying I liked it.
I have it recorded. Here we are. We're going to play it back now. I sure do love it!
And Corey looking at Randy Orton like he gives a shit.
Nick Phillips! I'm coming! That's all I'm doing. Triple H, did that hurt a little?
Oh, landed right on the monitors. See, that should have happened years ago. If you really wanted to hurt the guy, you slam him on the monitors instead of taking him off the table.
Jim, come on, Cornette. Come on.
I don't know if they have enough bottles of water under the ring.
It's fucking 137 degrees in that building. That water's probably fucking lava.
The floor is lava. Oh.
That one Saudi looks like he's got like a little Australian cowboy hat under his towelette.
Crikey!
Crikey, I'm a Saudi! I just bought the Crocodile Dundee movies.
That ain't a knife.
It's a knife.
Yeah, this match sucks. Stop calling him the Apex Predator, too. That's fucking stupid.
We hope you viewers, listeners, tuner-inners are enjoying this oh-so ever-exciting podcast of the Super Showdown in Saudi Arabia.
This is just bad.
I wish I could go into my eternal slumber right now. Anybody that gets that would be awesome.
Yeah, the guy in the crowd doesn't have the Randy Orton pose down very well. He's not that good.
Because he doesn't want to get sued for gimmick infringement, likeness rights and stuff, you know.
I'm sure he's got enough money to pay for that.
These Saudis? What are they, oil fucking mongers? What do you mean?
No, not at all. They sell Skittles.
That's why that last one tasted like fucking latex and bomb material.
Gunpowder.
There we go.
And I like the guy in the front row that's looking at the screen that's above his head instead of paying attention to what's going on in the ring. That's makes a lot of sense.
That would be true.
And like, there's another thing I don't get. Roman Reigns and Shane McMahon did a chin lock, and we're doing one in the match after it. Like,
what do you want from them?
Something fucking different.
Every goddamn match used to start with a fucking collar elbow tie up.
And I didn't like every match either, so...
Ladies and gentlemen, what we are dealing with here is there is no pleasing Dave.
That's true. That's true.
Unless you got a mozzarella stick filled with Undertaker dick juice.
Whoa! I like him, but I don't like him that much. Damn.
Yeah, tomato.
Whoa.
Potatoes. You smash them, you boil them, and you stick them in my ass. That was a meme I saw on Facebook.
Did it have Samwise on it?
I was telling my mom this. I go, you have no idea how hard it's gonna not to be or whatever to go there and like not like want to print that out and show that to him. Cause
I'm sure he's seen it. I'm sure somebody shared it to him.
It used to be saved on my phone because when I was having a bad day, I would open it up and it would literally be like in syllables: toes. And it had a big picture of Sam, and then underneath it said, you boil them, you mash them, you stick them in my ass. And I just was like, that's why. Why do we have to go there? You stick them in a stew, but somebody stick them in my ass.
You gotta love the internet.
It was funny.
And we're still in a rear chin lock, folks. And Triple H is trying to sell it like it has any pressure on his neck whatsoever.
Semtex. That's what I wanted to say. My Skittles tasted like Semtex.
Oh yeah, we do have the princes. They're just not on the camera side this year.
Good.
This is just so bad. And the crowd's acting like they give a shit. Well, then again, this is probably the first time they've ever seen Randy Orton live, so maybe they actually do give a shit, but...
I've never seen so many Hawaiians in one place.
Orton's another one whose punches look fucking weak. At least to me, anyways.
You know who has a punch that didn't look weak? I'll give you, just take a guess. Out of all the hits in wrestling, and I want you to guess the one punch I'm thinking of.
Big Show?
To who?
Anybody?
No, this is specific.
The one to Jericho?
No?
No?
Not Big Show at all.
Oh, well, fuck, I don't know.
Oh, come on.
I can't crawl into your brain.
Guess. I'll give you one more guess. This was a two-guess game.
It was a two-guess game?
I will tell you it involved two people and one inadvertently.
Now I'm even more confused.
Well, it involved three people, so the first little thing I said was wrong. It was Chris Jericho punching Shawn Michaels' wife in the face.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He fucking clobbered her ass.
Yep. And I think Shawn Michaels was legitimately pissed. Like, he didn't think he was actually going to connect with it, because he did. Her lip was fucking swollen as fuck.
Instantly.
Yep. I wasn't thinking about that one.
It's like the one hit I always think about. Well, not always, but...
And that was a good feud, too, that they built really well and everything. And it carried for like almost 8 months. That was really good. The only thing I didn't like about it was that they jobbed Punk out so they could bring the title into the picture, which they did not need whatsoever. You could have just made it for like a TLC match just because. And,
just a grudge match.
Yep. Or made it no DQ and have Shawn Michaels just bring out the ladder just for the fuck of it.
Or do the Rey Mysterio, Eddie Guerrero thing. Have like the rights on the line. Whoever wins gets Rebecca.
There you go.
Huh? Yeah. Have Jericho trot her around like a slut, and Michaels be pissed, and like come back and get it.
Whoever gets the contract gets to sing for Fozzy. That'd be funny. Shawn Michaels singing for Fozzy. That would be. He'd be singing "I'm a Sexy Boy" all the time. That would be their only whole album.
I'm a cancer boy.
Woo! Woo! I've got googly eyes. Woo! Woo! This match is horrible. I think the only one that I've actually kind of liked is the Lars Sullivan because he was just throwing around the Lucha House Party guys, but even that was bad. This kid's got his 2 replica belts hanging around his neck.
Same fucking belt, just different color.
Yep. And then the women's belts are the same fucking belt. As the champion, and then you do like the women's tag belts that are completely different, and the cruiserweight title, which is completely different. I don't know. It makes no sense to me. Like, I get that you want your logo, big on it.
If you know the fucking company, you know what you're watching.
Yep. Surprised they don't do the little. I mean, they have the WWE logo on the corner, but it's kind of like you can't see it in every shot like you used to be able to.
Well, here's WWE right here. Up there, hashtag WWE Super fucking Saudi fucking Showdown sand bagging.
And Triple H firing up like he cares that he's beating Randy Orton. I'm assuming Michael Cole called that a scoop slam because he always fucking calls it a scoop.
I thought that was an Oklahoma slam.
This is fucking horrible. We've got like another 2 hours of this.
Really?
Yeah.
Good lord.
I don't really want to subject people to this. That's how bad this is.
We'll shorten this fucker right down because this is not keeping me going. Well,
I kind of want to just go to the Undertaker.
We're gonna
match.
do that after this one.
Yeah, I kind of want. Yeah, this is
so bad. This is absolutely awful.
Like, to be honest, if I didn't have to work tonight, I would say let's watch the whole thing. But like, this is fucking putting me to sleep.
It really is. It's drowning me out.
And I love hanging with this man. Like, he is my best friend.
This sucks.
But I do not want to do this anymore. Like, I feel bad that. Like, I want to put this out because I like doing this, but yeah, I want to do the Undertaker match and be done with it because this.
Right, we wanted to have fun with this, which we are.
But I don't even want to do goofy commentary because it's just
forcibly bad.
Like WrestleMania, it was fun to do the goofy commentary on it because the matches were somewhat interesting.
Right,
we actually cared. This is bad. This is bad on so many levels. Like doing the Undertaker one's going to be fun because we know the match is going to be bad.
But this is just bad because it's bad.
And I don't want to continue it. Like, I just don't.
No, I want to finish this match just because we've already started it.
Yeah.
We'll finish this out and then we're gonna skip because this is torture.
Yeah.
WWE, you're kind of a shitty company.
Like, and I was thinking about it, like, why do I not have the urge to watch it anymore? This is a perfect reason why.
Right, if you watching up to this show, if you were excited and then you watched this, holy shit, I'd be like, wow, what a waste of time. But now knowing what this is built into, I don't really care to watch what happened prior to this.
Like, I could, if you were doing just the 4 main pay-per-views again a year, and then you had one of these, and you built up these special matches, maybe. But because you have so much fucking content all the time.
Especially now you do a Saudi Arabia show every 6 months.
Yeah. Like, there's no reason to get hyped up for something. Even WrestleMania. Mm-hmm. Like, there was no reason to get hyped up for that.
Other than the name of, it's WrestleMania time. I have to get excited. It's
like, I was for Kofi because I wanted Kofi to win the title. But this is bad.
Fast forwarding, Triple H looks like he
had a crossface on.
Yup. Benoit came out. Oh God, we better.
Apparently somebody won.
I don't know who won. I do kind of want to see who won though. Randy fucking Orton.
Randy Orton won. That's great.
People are clapping. I hope they all get bombed. Bombed.
I'm gonna pause it until we actually get to the. Oh, we're doing R-Truth with his 24/7 title. I mean, I like that Truth is getting something to do. Oh, Jinder Mahal's got it. That's right.
But this is truly just a joke. Like, the hardcore title wasn't so much a joke, because you legit were going for something. This is like, let's just go out there and be funny with it.
Yeah. And without the hardcore elements, it doesn't really
have any impact.
Yeah, you know. Like, I like Truth, and it's nice. It's funny for him to get a comedy role, but they created it just for comedy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the hardcore title meant something in the Attitude Era.
Right. It showed your badassness. Like, it just.
Mojo Rawley, there's a guy that should have been released a long time ago. It's like R-Truth is the Black Crash Holly.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's only for comedy, and now all of a sudden these guys that didn't even care about the title on the plane are trying to get the Truth for the plane. On the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Like Mahal walked right by him with the fucking title on his shoulder. Like, yeah,
right.
At least have it make sense.
You had Jesus Christ, Andrews sitting right there, or Anderson, not Andrews. You had Anderson sitting right next to him the whole time.
Yep.
Didn't give a shit.
Oh, I know you haven't kept up, but there was one thing I saw. They've reunited AJ Styles and Gallows and Anderson to the club again, and Styles is heel. Yeah. So.
What are they doing with that though?
I don't know. I just saw
Start right here then.
We're watching the end of the Undertaker Goldberg promo video.
Yup.
Yeah, we jumped right to it. I mean,
skip Bobby Lashley and Strowman. Skip the 50-man
Battle Royal. Which probably went on for about 45 minutes. And they're going to do the typical Goldberg entrance where he comes out.
I'll sing you the music.
Security.
Dan, dan, dan. Dan, dan, dan. This is when you do the Goldberg. Dan, 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 and you chant Goldberg.
Goldberg.
You gotta keep chanting. Goldberg.
Yeah, it's not working.
That was good. We'll do Undertakers afterwards.
What are we gonna chant?
Undertaker. Undertaker. Look at a woman.
A woman. Oh my God, the one woman in the arena other than Renee Young.
I told you had to find her.
It's like, where's Waldo? Where's the woman?
Dead in the ground.
Did he actually headbutt the fucking... He's still headbutting shit knowing about CTE. He's still headbutting lockers.
How do you know that? How do you know he didn't take his hat off too hard and his nail got him in the forehead?
That's just being dumb.
He had his appendix removed. Nothing is dumb. He looks like a piece of shit.
Yeah. What are chefs? Oh no.
Swedish chefs. I'm gonna do everything, dude. They go there.
Wow, they went to a lot of trouble to get inflatable fucking gold letters to spell out Goldberg's name.
Especially
that's
in that country because there's no English. It's all in like Arabic.
At least Goldberg's entrance isn't as long as The Undertaker's is going to be, because that's going to be like 15 minutes.
I was dating this blonde chick, and she was telling me she was going to start to go to the gym and all this and that, and I was like, all right, that's cool. So when she would come back from the gym, she was always like speaking in tongues. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And she's like, oh, this is what they teach me in my class. I'm like, what the fuck class are you taking? She's like, Arabic. I'm like, I thought you said you were going to the gym. She's like, yeah, I do. I go, that's aerobics, you dumb bitch.
Where the fuck did that come from?
I just made that up. I just made that one up. Is that okay?
That's good.
Is that funny?
We've got that down. So if somebody ever tries to steal that, we fucking got that.
It just clicked when I said Arabic. I'm like, Arabic, aerobics. What a dumb girl that would think the difference.
That's your fucking legacy to the world is a fucking joke.
Yeah, is that good or what?
Yeah, I like that. That's great.
Because I kept a straight face.
I didn't know where the fuck you were going with that.
You
That's
were looking
great.
at me like, all right, this guy. Yep, that's.
I was like, because I know he's dated blonde chicks, so that could be plausible, you know. But
and dumb ones at that point. Yep, that's good.
I was actually, I mean, I was talking to my cousin at a graduation party, and she was asking me about the podcast. She's like, I was thinking about listening to it. I was like, yeah, you know, please listen to it, because we like getting people listening and letting us, you know, telling us what they think. And she was like, yeah, you know, this is like gonna outlive you. Like, these are out there forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's true. I mean, just us bullshitting, having a good time is gonna outlive us. They're gonna be out forever. I thought that's actually a really cool way of looking at it. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, your daughter's gonna be able to listen. You know, when you're gone.
That's why I like having the CDs of it.
Like, she can listen to your voice forever. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, that's actually really cool. You know what I mean? She can listen to you having a good time and, you know, being around friends
and talking about it here and there.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's actually really cool.
I can't stop looking at his one trap. This one on this side is huge. The one on the other side is like minimal. Look at it.
Yeah, that's.
It's like there's nothing there. Look at that.
Yeah, that's weird. Like something's atrophied or something. Like that's.
I can't stop looking at it. It's fucking bothering me. It really is.
It's like driving by a car accident. You just can't stop looking at it.
Or laughing. Oh. The Undertaker!
He's got the Druids coming out.
This is actually a funeral service for the son of a bitch.
Which should have been the end of his career a long time ago.
Because 22 fucking caskets or whatever from WrestleMania really has any kind of fucking play here.
Yeah, it's not like Goldberg's trying to defeat the streak. Yeah, this is... And you know what? This whole thing, they said to themselves, well, we can get the Saudis to pay for fucking 22 caskets. Why not?
This is dumb.
You know what I mean? Like, it... And we can get them to bring guys in to be druids and, you know, pay for all this shit.
Oh, that's their thinking. I think it's more of... I mean, for me, I'm looking at it as they're trying way too hard to... In certain aspects like this, when you don't... You're giving Undertaker an all-out intro right here. When your average guy that's there 24/7 gets a lame-ass Titron.
Yep.
Like, you want me to talk about the Undertaker's match and intro, which, no, you don't. At the end of this match, you want the fans to forget this ever happened. And you're wasting all the money. I mean, I'm not saying specifically they said, let's get them to pay for it. I'm not Donald Trumping them and thinking that, they'll pay for it all. But I'm definitely looking at it as, well, it's money that we didn't really lose.
Yeah. And it just...
Because it's shit.
And then they wonder why people want out of their contracts. Because people are busting their ass all the time. Mm-hmm. And you've got these guys that can come in and just get a paycheck.
Right, and get the main event slot, get the marquee name.
And I can't get out of my contract to go do something I really want to do.
Right. Yep. And nothing against The Undertaker. It is honestly nothing. But when he's more of a sideshow than he is... Like, that looks cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
He's just... If this was every so often and not every special occasion, this would be more monumental. But when you know it's just a payday, just get in the ring and get it over with.
And if him and Goldberg had something in the past, it would make even more sense.
Right.
And even a fucking interaction. They never even interacted with each other. Not even a backstage fucking segment.
Once. You have never given us Sting and Taker, which the fans have wanted since day one of the Crow character. But you give us this.
Yeah.
Even Sting, I know he would come out of that one last retirement for a match with Taker to say that was it. And you could have done it here. And yes, those two have never interacted, but their characters are so similar that it's like, wait a minute, it's the Undertaker of WCW. Or it's the Sting of the WWF. You know what I mean? It's that's where their similarities and their contrasts. But
and you know that's something the fans have wanted. Nobody has fucking wanted this.
Never.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure people got hyped in the beginning when they first announced it. Like, oh, Undertaker and Goldberg. But then
reality has to sink in.
Undertaker and Goldberg, Because you know it's going to be...
Because then you think about, well, okay, what was Taker's last matches? Okay, Goldberg's last match. Well, he was a world champion, but for why? Okay, I see why. He got decimated. It's like, why?
But and then Goldberg's not going to be able to do his usual, like, throwing the guy up into a power slam because Undertaker's not going to be able to get up for it.
Dude, you know what I mean?
Like,
this match is so bad.
I've heard it's awful. I've seen the end of it, and the end of it is fucking
matches,
horrible.
Not calling of the matches, calling of the moves.
Well, all you gotta do is watch the tag match with him and Kane against Shawn Michaels and Triple H. How bad that was.
We're gonna obviously see, but from what I've read, the first few minutes, Goldberg smashes into the turn post and gets a concussion right in the first minute.
Yep.
So it's like, all right, well, right from there, you're going downhill. Awful.
And then you've got to rely on the Undertaker to carry the fucking match, and he can hardly move sometimes. You know, it's
one of the things, because I'm very swayed by like reading reports or listening to dirt sheets and shit, but I will because it's something to kind of talk about or just kind of gossip about, which is I love doing that. But whoever these sources are that get their behind the fucking news info. Because, like, the one I followed, they were like, oh, yeah, that match was supposed to be 20 minutes long, and Vince McMahon was furious, so he was talking to the ref on the earpiece, and the ref was saying by the end of where the end of the match happened, that was pretty much the call to say, end the match now. I could believe that from what I've read of how bad this match is, but again, like I said, how do you get that information? But then again, shit leaks everywhere.
Because, to be honest, most of the people that are in that gorilla position with McMahon are not going to leak that info.
No, right.
Most of the people. You know what I mean? Like,
until, like, after the story has come out.
At that point, you're visualizing Vince McMahon flipping out and trying to add your own twist
on story.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
That's why I take everything with a grain of salt. But again, I do like to gossip like that because it's fun to speculate. You kind of can imagine Vince.
Oh, yeah, I can invent him blowing a gasket without a doubt.
Holy, what the fuck? Oh, it's just shaved. I was like, what the fuck?
He's going for a man bun look, you know.
Wow. He just looks like he's been on an alcohol binge for the last 20 years.
He's like, my check cleared, I'm here. That's it.
Taker's got... He's got, like, the shape of a head from, like, a Simpsons character.
Like, Goldberg, look on his face is like, let's get this over with.
Right.
You know...
Well, I watched an interview with him, how he was saying, he's like, yeah, this is like one of the most exciting matches of my life, Taker's in great shape, I'm in great shape, we can't wait to do this, blah, blah, blah. It was like a week before this match happened.
Yeah.
And then, like, after this match happened, he's out there apologizing on social media to Taker and this, and that. And that was one of the things in that video article or whatever, was an actual tweet from The Undertaker apologizing for how bad the match was or something like that, and someone saying like they're saying how out of character. It's like,
But he's got pride. You know, he's got to have pride. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't see Taker posting that for the world to see. The pride, I see him going to whoever was involved in that and being like, I'm sorry that happened.
I could see WWE saying, post something, please. You know what I mean? Like, you know,
But then again, is that the WWE official Undertaker page where Joey Styles is posting it, you know what I mean, or whatever?
And I was reading Goldberg's tweet, and he's like, you know, if anybody was, you know, people that were expecting great things from this match, I'm sorry. I wasn't expecting shit from this match, so you didn't let me down, Goldberg. I wasn't expecting a damn thing.
No, you definitely brought it to a lower level than I thought it could have. I can't wait to see this. Like, I'm not even excited to see Goldberg and Undertaker in the ring together.
You want to see how bad the match is.
This doesn't give me the goosebumps that John Cena and The Rock gave me.
Yeah.
Like, that gave me just chills. This doesn't... And it's because Goldberg has never been on my radar, for one. Never. He is not ever going to be in my top 50 favorite wrestlers ever.
Like, when he was in WCW, it was a big thing, but as soon as he went to WWE, it was fucking horrible.
And he was only a big thing in WCW because he wasn't Hogan or any of those guys, but he was big enough to stand with them.
Yep.
Like DDP. Like, DDP is so underrated still to this moment.
And, like, Goldberg should not be a Hall of Famer right now. They did that way too early.
Just so he would be on board with them even more.
Yep.
That's my thing.
I mean, a total of maybe 6 years in the business. And yeah, you were a big star, but I don't think Hall of Fame worthy at this point.
I mean, Rock's not even in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I want to talk about Shane McMahon having weak submission holds. Holy shit. And he's another one that supposedly trains in MMA.
All
you know
three
what
of
I mean?
Well, him, or McMahon and these two. Even Taker has weak holds. That triangle choke.
Oh, yeah. It looked like he never put any pressure on that whatsoever.
Right.
Yeah. And it looked easy to get out of.
And I get it, because I do have a couple of select friends that have done MMA and stuff, and they say, you know, it's not really... you shouldn't play around with moves like that because you can hurt them. And I'm sure in a moment, these guys may think to themselves, don't do it, because you might. So I give them that benefit of the doubt. But still, again, sell it to me.
Oh, there you go. He just fucking...
Right off that fucking... the buckle there.
Yep. He's done that before, too. Like,
ooh.
Oh, he got it. Wow. He got it good.
Goldberg has smeared his forehead in ketchup.
Which would be more interesting than this match.
Right at this moment, I can picture Vince sweating in Gorilla. Taking his jacket off or something and loosening up the tie.
I could see him just flipping the fuck out.
Right.
And throwing chairs and just, you know.
I can picture it in this moment now that this has started. God damn it, here it goes. It's fucking over. It's ruined. These two made me look like an asshole. What's my name again?
Because, like, Goldberg look at him, he can hardly stand. He knocked himself out so bad. Like, he just sold it before he even twisted his arm. Like, oh my God, this is horrible.
Don't. Why would you go for a move like this knowing he's incapacitated like that? Right? Does that sound stupid or no?
No, I get it.
I mean, you guys are in there to take care of each other. You hear that so much. At some point, you got to be like, look, we got to slow it down. We got to bring it to our level.
And that kind of move, if you are talking about a match where you're just going to beat the shit out of somebody, that's a move where they have a high chance of reversing it. You wouldn't go for that move.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like... I thought of that a long time ago. Like that's a very unnecessary. Like Yeah, it looks cool, but after
There's
a while,
no actual purpose to it. You could literally, what he's doing all he's doing is just coming down and basically hyperextending your shoulder. You could just climb to the top rope and jump from the turnbuckle.
Yep.
You don't need to walk across I mean, I get it, you're a big guy that can do that, so it's awe, but... Ooh!
Yeah, he looked like he spiked him.
I'm gonna rewind that.
It does look like he rocked his head back on that one.
We're doing kind of like a slow-mo.
Oh, he caught him. Yeah, he caught the mat on that one. That's the first time I've ever seen him spike somebody with that.
No.
At least to that level.
No.
He could have broken his neck with how the top part of his head hitting like that. That's fucked up. And I gotta believe a lot of that's on Goldberg having his head fucked up.
Not being able to tuck it or something. I don't even know.
Yeah,
both of these
Goldberg's
guys look
fucked.
like shit.
Yeah, I mean his legs are fucking jello. Like he's doing everything he can. He's doing everything he can to maintain. Like he really fucked himself on that turnbuckle. Yeah, this is bad. I mean Undertaker's sucking wind. Like he can, I mean the heat does have a lot to do with it, but still.
Still right.
Yeah, this is. Fuck you for calling Goldberg a legend. Yeah, Undertaker looks like he's having trouble even taking a bump anymore. Man. Showing their respect with the silence of because how bad this match is. Yeah.
This is poopy.
I mean, like I said, I wasn't expecting much, but this is even. And this spot's another spot that's gotten old. For the chance for the crowd to just say boo or yay when they're doing punches. That's another one that's played out way too much.
Boy.
Oh, Snake Eyes. Oh, Goldberg actually jumped pretty good for that one. Oh, a bad-looking spear.
Look at that gash.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So he went straight past the actual buckle and went right into the steel.
Yeah,
the ring on it. Yeah, because it hit the side of his head. Like that's where he's cut. So watch this. Look at that. That's just fucking horrible. That jackhammer. That's not even a jackhammer. That was a fucking hip toss. That was just fucking bad. Of course he's still in it. It wasn't even a fucking jackhammer. Like
that's shit. It was like a fucking shitty roll through suplex.
Yeah. I hope the money was fucking worth it. Like, because I'd lose all respect in I would be apologizing after this. I really would. Like that's. Oh my god.
What a pathetic fucking choke slam.
3 count with the choke slam because it was horrible.
Haven't had that since '91.
Look at him. Look, Undertaker even knows. He's like, fuck me. That was a shit fucking match. You can tell he's embarrassed. Like, he's just fucking embarrassed to be there. Like, he can't even hide that reaction. Like, you can't. Fuck, man.
But you know what? It's on him, not all of it, but it's like you signed up for knowing that you couldn't do that.
Yep.
Even when you were going against people like Lesnar, who was carrying it for you, you were having a hard time. I mean, and it was expected from that report that the Undertaker was supposed to carry most of this match. It's like, what?
Oh, he just said fuck it, so. But like, I just don't understand how you can have any pride whatsoever after this match. After a performance like that's just... He should have retired after the Roman Reigns thing. Like, leaving the hat and the jacket in the fucking ring, it should have been done. I mean, you're walking around the ring knowing you fucked up. Just knowing it. And not even trying to hide it.
Right, you're not even, like, in the moment of, like, oh, the world, like, you're in your own head now knowing that this, fuck the fans, fuck the show, fuck, this just sucks. And now he's probably only done this numerous times because he's had to. It's like, fuck, I gotta do
and he knows they got the pyro set up for it.
But you know this one, like, personally for me, I would feel like, fuck, I don't even want to do this, but I have to.
Yeah. That was fucking horrible. If you enjoyed this pay-per-view, if you actually sat down and watched this and enjoyed it,
fuck you.
Turn in your wrestling fan card because you're not a fan. This was fucking horrible.
This was terrible. The Saudi Arabia shows only keep getting worse. WWE, you keep getting worse. It's a problem.
And when you know that you have another company that has money behind it and a national TV deal coming up behind you and has a shitload of hype, and this is what you've come up with.
This is the product you're putting out there still.
Yeah. You're going on big name stars. You're like, it's WCW. You're trying to ride the big name stars and just throwing whatever you can out and not caring what it actually
it actually is and who you actually have on your slot that could actually carry you.
Yeah.
It is WCW.
You think that those stars are going to carry you no matter what you put at it.
Yep.
You know? Yep.
That's true. Yeah, because like your Triple H, your Triple H, your Undertaker, Lesnar,
Randy Orton,
that's your Hogan, your Nash, your Hall, your Macho Man right now.
Yeah.
Your veterans that not necessarily don't want to move out of the way because they work for a company that won't let them. Like, oh, Undertaker, you want $1 trillion?
Yeah, if you're going to keep offering the money, they're going to go for it, but...
Go out there, wrestle Hornswoggle in a Punjabi prison match, and we'll give you $1 trillion. Oh, it's going to be on the moon. Okay. I'd have no legacy left. I guess.
Give me 5 minutes, I'll be all right.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry that it wasn't exciting. If you hate us...
But there was no way to make that exciting. I'm sorry.
I stepped on a bug at work last night.
I mean, I thought it was going to be fun to tear it apart, but it's not even worth tearing
it wasn't
apart.
even it was just so bad it wasn't good.
And there wasn't spots where we could actually make it funny. You know what I mean? The only thing we could make funny was the shit that, other stuff that we had to talk about.
You could tell that was such a forced show.
Yep.
No thought behind it. No. It just. I'm probably going to rub my privates on a cheese grater after you leave and just start screaming ECW throughout the apartment.
Well, why couldn't you have done that on the show and it would have actually been interesting?
Because there's no video and no one would have seen it. And it's just pointless. When I'm doing it alone, it's a little self-gratification.
Plus, we get thrown off of YouTube, too, so...
There is a lady on YouTube that talks about getting cum down her face. I'm pretty sure we'd be okay. Just saying. I'm on YouTube a lot. I watch a lot of stuff. But I'm staying away from it because there's spoilers for Spider-Man out there.
Yeah, and that I won't understand either, people that fucking do that. Like, why can't you got to enjoy it? Why can't you let other people enjoy it?
I willingly clicked on a video earlier. I just got minutes and data back on my phone, so I can watch some stuff. I avoid all the spoiler shit, but there's like, you know, trailers. Like, I want to watch the Jumanji trailer. I want to, because I like last one. I thought it was really cool. But I clicked on this video, willingly knowing what the title of the video was and what the thumbnail was. Now, the setup was, it was a thumbnail of Spider-Man from Far From Home and Daredevil from the Daredevil show. I could tell it was Photoshop, so it wasn't like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
And the title said, Marvel announces Daredevil for Spider-Man 3. Now, I've read enough articles to where I know that's clickbait.
Right.
I still clicked on it because it's speculation, and once it gets to a point where, and I know in all these videos I watch, because it's the same guy I follow all the time, he will say at one point, about 2 minutes into the video, and if you haven't seen this, I'm going to go in spoilers now. And then, so I'm watching the video, he's talking about Kevin Feige announced how he'd like to bring in the Netflix characters into the Marvel movies, and how there's speculation that Daredevil might be in Spider-Man 3, and I'm, as he's saying it, I'm literally like inching closer and closer, because it's like, because I know he's gonna say, and now I'm going to talk heavily about spoilers from Far From Home. And then as soon as he said that, I clicked right out of it. I was like, all right, I got enough. Didn't get anywhere near it was gonna be a spoiler, because me being a comic book fan, I speculate, oh, he could be in this.
Oh yeah.
So if I see that in an article, unless there's actual context to it, it's just speculation to me. Something that I probably have already thought of. But that would be awesome to see.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
Spider-Man.
And I think they should incorporate the Netflix,
Me too.
characters.
I loved Luke Cage. He's going to be at Comic-Con. Like, I think that's badass.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah. I don't know
So
how
cool.
they haven't done a Punisher movie with the Punisher that they did on the Netflix.
See, the season 2 I wanted to watch. I haven't yet. I've watched the review spoiler for it pretty much, because I know I don't ever think Disney's going to restart that Netflix universe over again. I think they'll use those characters,
Right.
but I don't think we'll get like season 3 of The Punisher. I don't think we'll get season 3 of Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Jessica Jones just came out. Not only is it season 3, it is the final season to Jessica Jones. So I think if Netflix had time, they would have labeled final seasons for maybe Daredevil, maybe at least.
Yeah.
But it just sucks, because like I love John Berthenol's version of the Punisher.
Yeah.
And it's like when those side characters are the ones I want to see more of, and just when they start to get a leg underneath them and get like the rug gets pulled out, and it's like, oh, you got 3 seasons of Daredevil? Oh, you love Vincent D'Onofrio as the Kingpin? It's like, fuck!
Yep.
So I'm hoping. I have no idea what the end credit scene for Spider-Man is going to be. I've seen some rumors that maybe like Tobey Maguire's in it.
Yeah.
I'd go nuts. I would run up and down that theater.
What if D'Onofrio came out as the King?
That's what I'm saying. If there's rumors that Daredevil could be in not season 3, in Spider-Man 3, then maybe the Kingpin is an overarching villain.
Yep.
Because they did say in the synopsis for Spider-Man that there is a villain that is overseeing everything that you will get like a glimpse of for maybe like a handful of moments.
Yeah.
That will play out later. I've constantly thought Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
Because he's Oscorp is such a global company. He's got his hand in all the cookie jars. Or like Doc Ock. But if it's the Kingpin, that would be like...
That'd be awesome.
I would be on cloud 9, because I would love to see the Kingpin and Spider-Man live action just throw down. That would be the best, and it wouldn't be the best fight, but it would, for me personally, that'd be sick. Or just seeing like all of them, like all of the Luke Cage and those guys going up against the Kingpin, and like his low-level crime syndicate, like Tombstone from Into the Spider-Verse, Hammerhead, who's another lackey, and just I think that would be really cool.
And if Disney's got their own streaming service, you could do specials like that where you could just take stuff from the
team
comic
up with
books
Sony and do that shit.
Yeah, you know.
What was it? I feel like something that Why? It's so hard to put into words. I'm so excited to go see the Spider-Man movie with the rumor that Tobey Maguire might be in it. Even if he's not, I'm not going to be disappointed. Marvel released a couple of weeks ago an image on their Twitter of a 4 in the shape of a spider web of how Sam Raimi used to do the Tobey Maguire. When they would show Spider-Man 2, the 2 was in a sprawled out web. Yeah. That's how they did the 4, and then right next to it was a drawing of Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man swinging through the city holding Kirsten Dunst's Mary Jane. My thoughts on that, because I try to be no, that's more than one thing. Don't think that's just the movies. I'm thinking that is Spider-Man 4. There is going to be some continuation of the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man from that right there. Maybe it'll be a graphic novel to continue that. Maybe this Spider-Verse movie has opened the door to continue live-action Tobey Maguire movies, live-action Andrew Garfield movies, live-action Tom Holland movies, and have those Spider-Men come together in a Avengers-style Sony Spider-Man, the Spider-Verse movie. That way you can...
Or you could even do it animated, like Into the Spider-Verse, with those characters.
Bring one of the animated Spider-Mans into that.
Yeah.
Spider-Pig, or whatever. Bring Spider-Ham. Bring him in and be wait a minute, I've been in this situation before. Have all 3 live-action Spider-Mans in one movie together in a Spider-Verse where, reality's being torn in half. They're talking about a multiverse in the new Far From Home movie.
Yep.
Okay, so if there's a Mysterio on that planet, that means there's a Spider-Man on that planet, because Mysterio is a creation of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So why can't that Mysterio be from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man universe?
Yep.
Why can't that Mysterio, maybe he's actually a Peter Parker that turned evil on another planet? There's so many things in my head that it's I don't want to say yes or no to anything. I cannot wait to see this movie. But if you had all those Spider-Mans in one universe together, it'd be so cool to be well, Alfred Molina's Doc Ock never really died. We don't want to recast a new one. Let's pull that Doc Ock from that universe.
Yeah.
Let's pull the Rhino from Andrew Garfield's. That Electro. We'll use this Shocker, we'll use this Vulture, and we'll make a Sinister Six from all these different universes, opposed to just recreating the same villains.
That'd be major box office if you did that.
Wouldn't
major,
that?
Yeah.
And at this point, why couldn't you? What is stopping you right now from doing any of that?
Yep. You know you're going to make your money.
And Sony owns all those rights. You would not need a single ounce of Marvel Disney's permission to do that.
Yep.
You could bring in fucking Venom.
Yep.
From that. Be oh, well, there is a Venom in the Spider-Man universe. It's just not our universe. Because I know in one of the trailers for Spider-Man Far From Home, he says Earth 616, which is our Earth. This is 6, I believe, in the comics. This is 616. So that means there's other Earths out there. And it's just... That's a huge window they're opening.
I'll probably go see it Tuesday.
I'm so excited to go see it tomorrow. I'm so excited. Because he asked me, he goes, well, when do you want to see it? A later showing? I was sure. Thinking, if you're asking later, that means you're doing something earlier in the day. I'm not going to think twice about it. And he goes, well, there's one, an early one for 4 o'clock. I'm let's do that.
Right.
I said, let's go get lunch, and then let's go to the movies.
Yep.
That way I'm not sitting around waiting all day. And then that way, by the time the movie's over, I still have a little bit of my nighttime left to... I want to rearrange my living room completely. We can shut this off whenever, man.
So we kind of morphed into the comic shop a little bit.
We can edit it down wherever.
Yeah, we wanted to say thank you for listening, though, to the crappiness of that show.
Right, we tried to make it a little bit fun and energetic and different, just so it wasn't so... boring.
But we will have more content soon. Life has kind of gotten in the way a little bit, with jobs and whatnot. But there will be more coming soon. I actually have some videos that I can release, so...
The whole new one.
Yeah, okay. But thank you very much for listening again, and...
What's your name?
I'm Deadly Dave.
I'm Ace Williams, and I got a message for you. Don't edit this out. Don't take it away. Keep it forever. After this podcast is done and over with, I'm going in the bathroom and I'm taking a shit.